see
kind of don't want to see myself.
Just don't look over
Yeah,
there.
I just won't look.
Just look at us.
Yeah.
You like seeing
Normal
yourself?
person.
No, I hate it.
Oh, really?
Like actually,
Yeah.
I would. Don't take this the wrong way. I probably won't watch this podcast.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, I hate seeing
Yeah.
myself,
Mm.
especially
Mine's
stream.
my voice. I won't like hearing my voice.
Mm. So you can watch it, but just mute it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll mute it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Okay, let me actually. I'll do the intro. This
This
it's
is
already starting.
podcast
Yeah, this is it.
conversation, yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Oh.
You just do you have a topic to open with?
Do you have an
No.
intro song? Let's make it.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
make it with something.
Ba-da,
Ba-da.
Andrew's podcast.
The
Yes.
homie chat.
Okay, let's harmonize homie.
Okay. The homie chat.
You guys
There
all
you
have
go.
to do it.
Ready?
Damn. No, I don't know how to do it.
Homies only
chat. Damn. Wait, we just had cold?
It is a cult.
How do you
What
like,
the fuck?
like harmonize?
It's like
It's
one,
on a scale.
1, 3, 5. It's like an
Okay.
arpeggio.
So how do we do this?
We can't do it
I
legit.
forgot my music
There's
theory.
no way we can do
So-
it legit.
But I think that was pretty good.
Okay.
We're gonna roll with that.
I'm just like, let's move on.
He's like, please, let's move on to the next.
No. I like it.
So are you the only person doing the intro, or like only person talking during the intro?
No.
Oh,
That was it. I think that's the intro.
that was the intro.
Huh? A mic test. A mic test? So, okay. So you need to come in. Okay, so what I noticed, though, is when we did our mic tests, it sounded great.
Oh no.
And we talked naturally. It was like blowing up. It was
Oh,
it was
really?
like popping
Okay.
off. But
Oh, no.
I'm just leveling it now. So like
Okay.
I was like, oh shit, that's not what we that's not what we signed
That's
up
not
for.
what we rehearsed. It's good now though.
Yeah, it's good.
Cool.
Intro. This show is called Homie Only Chat. I made it because it was mainly a getting together with all the people I met over on Twitch and Melee. And I invited ParkedInTraffic and friends.
And friends.
Introduce.
I am friend.
My name's ParkedInTraffic. Typically, Super Smash Bros. Melee and DBD player, but I do other stuff there here and there. But these are my friends.
I'm ParkedInTraffic friend. That's my name.
Number one.
I go by that legally. On Twitch, I'm known as Tuhsao. I have streamed like
Once?
6 years ago.
He streamed before me and Andrew, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm one of the OG streamers actually.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you're partnered.
Well, they took it away.
I am ParkedInTraffic friend number 2, also known as girlfriend. I go by Dabberonio on Twitch, and I had no idea what Twitch was until David started streaming.
There you go.
So, nope, no idea.
How did you
She
kinda, like,
She played
break
Mario
it?
Kart in college, and she didn't know anything else. You didn't know what Steam was.
Yeah, no, I didn't know what Steam was. I played like all the OG games when I was little because I had an older brother, and so we played a lot of video games. But when I was older, I didn't play any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then here we are.
And
How
here
did
I
how
am.
did he convey that he streamed to you?
I don't remember. I think you were just like, I really want to stream, and I was like, okay, do it. And then you were like, I want to stream, and I was like, okay, do it. And then it took a long time for him to get there, and then it was fun because I like hanging out with him, and so when he was streaming, I felt like we were hanging out because I could see him, and he was just playing video games, so
Yeah.
it was fun. And then people started trickling in, and people were cool, so I liked it. I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
How long? Because like, I don't know the timeline on everything. You know,
Mm-hmm.
when did I get to when I met you? How early were you into streaming?
No.
Were you kind of like in the middle of it?
Well, because I remember my literal first stream was September 1st, because that's when I just built my PC, thanks to this guy. Because I don't know, till this day, if you told me or asked me what my computer specs are, I couldn't tell you. He did was it build your own PC website?
PC Park.
I have to bookmark,
Yeah.
so when people ask me on stream,
That's
I know
how
what to
super
tell them.
So
But
did you build it just for streaming initially? Or net play
yeah, I mean, probably more. I had streaming in mind, like from the get go. I feel like a lot of people do, but
Yeah.
He was playing Melee on his Mac. MacBook, and he'd play like online tournaments. So I think
Yeah.
that's like
You're
one of-
lagging and
The,
shit.
I was the guy with 58, 59
Fucking
FPS.
It was a
terrible.
MacBook Air too.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
wasn't
it
even
was
a
not
Pro.
bad.
It was
You don't
lagging
even
quite
have
a
an
bit.
Ethernet port. You had to buy like the adapter. and,
Yeah,
like, plug in
exactly.
Ethernet.
But yeah, I think just my biggest mindset even now is like if you're playing a game just like in your room, like you might as well stream it. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're playing it anyways. So back then, when I wasn't streaming, I was like, I might as well just turn on a camera if no one comes. Not a big
Yeah.
deal. I'm just still playing the game. So built the PC, started streaming September, and I think we met sometime in like November or something.
Okay, that's like 2 months.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember because she had her emergency rotation. For context, she's a PA, and she was in a rotation. Her hours was till like 3 a.m. or something like that. So I was like, fuck it, might as well just stay up. And then this guy sneaked into my chat. Happened to see another Asian in the
Yeah,
melee
yeah.
category.
I think we were rare, especially on Twitch. I was like,
Yeah.
I was there for that. I remember.
Were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, when
Well-
you guys were talking.
Yeah.
Well, I remember like getting a text from you. You're like, I met this really cool guy. He
Like,
was like, he
bring the
plays
magic.
melee and he loves hip hop.
bring the magic.
I think I got excited low key because I remember seeing you on the Twitch front page, right? And then I was like, oh, this guy's a lot of followers. So it's like, oh, a big celebrity. He's
Oh,
famous.
famous.
Back then, I think I was at. I'm not to say like I have a lot of followers now either, but like back then, I think I was at like trickling 80, 90 followers. So it was like still starting off. I'm seeing these people with like 1,000 followers, a few hundred followers. I was like, damn, I gotta get there somehow.
Oh,
But
man,
I
I'm
saw
blushing.
you, and you were, big boy out here.
You say that I was probably like 300. Or something. I was like, hi.
No, but I also saw you from the, as a lot of people might have, is like from the Gloomshot videos where they clip you scratching, the
Yeah.
melee highlights and stuff like that. So it was like,
I had like a love-hate relationship with Gloomshot.
oh really?
Yeah, because I would do the scratching stuff because I was so excited for it. I was like, oh shit, no one's done this. And I read the comments. At first, people loved it,
Uh-huh.
Some of the comments were like, does anyone else hate the scratching video?
Damn.
I was like,
no.
what the fuck is
It
this?
does have likes though?
Yeah, it had like maybe like 8 likes. At the time, I was like, yeah, fuck Gloomshot.
Oh,
like, I think I have a
no.
clip of me saying, fuck Gloomshot.
Oh no.
I don't know.
Yeah, but then you got noticed by like Scar, and then I think Golden Guardians too, right?
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
I was like, I hate to say it. I took a long break afterwards. I was like, I don't want to do
Other
this
than
anymore.
Gloomshot stuff.
Yeah,
Because of that, right?
a little bit. Yeah. I was like, I think when you're starting out, like criticism, like hits hard.
Yeah.
I was like, oh fuck. Someone's like, oh, this is not funny.
Well,
Oh,
I think when we're starting off streaming, we've talked about this a lot. It's like we always want to please everybody, because every follow counts when
Yeah,
you're like
yeah.
down in the trenches, So, there's that what was that one guy that came into my stream, you two know the.
The one who said that you
Hair.
look like Kim Jong Un.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I
I
mean,
think it was my first day.
Are they wrong though?
It just I remember playing Resident Evil 4. It was just like the final boss or something like that, and then it was a very critical. I was like honed in, and it's this random troll comes in and says, "Hey, you look like Kim Jong Un," and
And I did nothing.
my best mod did absolutely nothing.
I think I was there for it,
Yeah,
and I was like, I think it was like my second time meeting you,
yeah.
and I was like, dude, I would ban that.
and I didn't listen to you.
But
I was there too, and me like not knowing anything about Twitch or internet etiquette, I was like, I'm gonna go off on this guy, and I'm gonna start cyberbullying. But then I quickly learned later that that's not what you're supposed to do.
No.
I like, what's this
Like-
guy's IP address coming through?
Yeah, I think we ended up banning him though, right? Someone did.
Well, here's the
Marb.
the
Marb
funny
did.
thing
Oh.
is, he came into that stream. That was in October, November when I first started streaming. I did nothing about it. I just like read it. I was like, whatever. 6 months down the line, not even remember I played Resident Evil 4. I think I was back on Melee. This guy never followed, never subbed, anything like that. He came back into my chat, said the exact same thing,
That's crazy.
which is insane to me.
A
'cause,
different
like,
game, right? You said.
Different game, yeah. It
that's
was-
the craziest part.
It's not because if he followed, sure, maybe like he would come back to troll, but he never
Yeah.
followed. He just
Yeah.
happened to find
He's
one
just
again.
scouring Twitch for Korean people to attack.
Hey, that was happening a lot though,
Yeah.
especially during that shit.
Exactly. So I mean, shout out to Margasm for actually banning him finally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't there for the second time. I don't know why. The first time I just
No.
saw it, I was like, oh,
It's
okay.
hard
I didn't
though.
know what to do.
Yeah,
I think it's
probably.
hard as a mod, you know?
Yeah, because
Like-
you don't know what the streamer him or
Mhm.
herself wants.
Can handle.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Take.
Right.
Because like I've had people come in, it starts off rough, and I'm like, oh man, I was like, should I ban? And eventually it leads to like friendship. Like, someone's like, hey bitch, I was like, this guy called me a bitch. I was about ban. I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And ended up being a homie. I was like, oh, yeah.
You kind of have to feel. I mean, that's initially why I didn't ban him. I should have, again, in hindsight. But
Yeah. Early on, you just like,
I'm
Yeah.
I'm
the
definitely a
punches.
pushover for a follower. So
yeah.
Well, I think like in our friend group, we can make kind of harsh jokes like that, and I think you were kind of like used to that. But if you take a step back and think about it, that's a complete stranger coming at you with that joke, and then that's not okay.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, nowadays I just them two included, they like ban whoever's. If you get like a bad, you just know, you get that intuition.
Do you do the same thing when a new person comes in? I click their name.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Like
then
the first time chatted, I'm like, all right, how new is this account? If they've ever like chatted before my chat, I just didn't know.
The reason I do that is because of you.
Oh,
because
really?
you mentioned it, I was like, that's the genius idea. If they just made it, then that's
There's like high chance, like you're preparing, like, all right, some racist slur coming into my chat.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I haven't had any other incidents like that in a while. Have you? Just like
I'm getting more numb to it. But the thing is,
But you ban
the
like
thing is, so this mindset has turned me into like a demon. You know? Like they do the slightest things, I like ban them. Like it just rubs me like slightly. Like I don't remember. I did one yesterday. I just can't
Yeah,
remember I
I was
do
there for
anymore.
that.
What was it?
the guy was like, oh, just play me, and then he dropped his code.
I was like, the fuck is
Play
that?
me.
That's not, that's not rapport. You didn't say hi to me
Right,
first.
right.
I was
No,
like,
but that's I think that's a good reason though, because
I
like
was like, I don't know. It just sounds like a kid or some shit.
yeah. I mean, some viewers, they just don't have like the etiquette going into the streamers.
But
chat in
also,
the
a
first
lot of
place.
your viewers are kids, and right? They're young.
Depending on what game I do play. I mean, melee, like I don't know, it could range from like 13-year-old to like.
Yeah. I think it's hard when there's a 13-year-old in your chat and they're just like, I mean, we have like one person, but you know what I mean? Like, they're annoying, but are they intentionally trying to be that way?
Right.
Or
I mean,
are
yeah,
they just young and don't know? You know,
You
they're
could
just immature.
set the thing to what is it, like mature chat, but also that doesn't. It's not like you
It's
can
not-
like.
yeah.
I don't do it because like I worry that if I have 18 and up, everyone's just gonna think it's like I don't know,
late
My
night,
dick
late
is
night
out.
slasher magazine.
like my dick's just popping out. Like hey, this is a good stream, man.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I don't put it on yet.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't think it's necessary for you guys, but I'm just.
Yeah, and again, it doesn't really like you don't stop anyone from coming in anyway.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So it's hard to say, but yeah, luckily, like I haven't had any trolls like that. I honestly, it's surprising to me because. Given that I don't stream as consistently anymore, but I hear a lot of different like attacks at different streamers like that I know. So it's, I don't know.
Yeah.
You just kind of learn to deal with it though, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, remember when everyone was scared of like the Haas raids and shit?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you remember when I experienced one? It was before that, before Haas.
It was
I don't know what the fuck it was. I was just like, I was doing like a stream. Maybe I was like baking a pizza with Joe here.
oh
I had this table and I can't reach the computer.
oh no.
And all these dicks. So I
Oh,
slam
wait,
it.
yeah, I
I was like,
remember.
what the? I was like, I can't do shit about it. I'm like sitting here.
How did you end up resolving that?
I did it.
You just let the dicks
The
file
dicks
in.
just flew in. And I just got like, what the fuck was it? 1 million people followed me or something. It was a part of like the dicks follows. But I guess it was like some like cringe ass like YouTube channel. I was like, all right guys, we're all gonna go to this guy's channel, follow him, but make sure you unfollow after you leave.
Right.
And some guy came in after, like he DM'd me. He's like, "I'm gonna keep my follow for you."
Oh,
wow.
He told me not to, but I'm gonna keep my
Damn.
follow. I'm sorry about this.
Yeah.
I was like, "Bro, you're part of it."
Yeah.
You find out who it was then?
Uh,
Eventually.
Someone told me back. I don't even care.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Alright." That was experience.
Yeah. I mean,
See,
things
if I-
like that. It's
yeah.
just like I just attacking another streamer's chat. It's like definitely. Yeah, like they might think it's funny, but from your perspective, it's a lot for sure.
I think it's like a learning experience, though. You know,
Mm.
like you learn like next time it happens. I don't know what the fuck you do, like sub only mode. I don't know what to do. My mods know what to do. I think.
Yeah.
I use sub only mode or some shit and turn off notifications.
Yeah.
You're like you said.
Exactly.
You can also set like the follower mode to be like certain or a certain amount of time has to pass between a follow for
That's
for
true.
somebody to
Yeah,
chat.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then you get the ugly notifications like that pop in, you know.
Wait, what? The what?
Yeah, it's like constantly just robots like
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I was saying like crazy shit on it.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
it's like.
exactly.
And I always wondered because like when I met you, people already knew who you were. I think I told like my friend Chris. I was like, "Oh shit, I'm
I
playing
know.
with." I was like, I guess commas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh shit, that guy's good. That's good melee." I was like,
Right. I mean, yeah. I mean, like
"You're
it-
PR'd, right?"
Yeah.
At one point, it was like right at the cutoff though, and Orange.
That's still fucking
Yeah,
good.
it was like Orange County number 14, and after that they stopped including the 11 through 15. So I got very lucky at that time.
It counts.
Like, yeah, I mean, we'll take those. You could say, you know.
Like how serious were you?
Oh, I was very serious. I think I started off in net play. I think you could ask Chris because he was my, he was my roommate in college. I think I would come every time I'd come back from class. Like I would just grind for like 3-4 hours. Sometimes skip a meal and then eat and then go back to it. Like it was just nonstop.
Is this? Wait, were you here? You're here, right? When you were in the mango video.
Oh yeah.
Was I supposed to know about that?
We are in the mango.
Oh,
Yeah, we are in
yeah.
the when Mango went to UCSB and
To do like that.
was it slack
Oh,
line?
Slackline,
shit,
yeah,
Evo.
with
Look, shaking the motherfucking camera. Evo,
oh
fuck.
god.
Oh,
No, it's okay, Jay. No.
You can still see the screen though, Sharif.
That's part of it now.
There you go. No cuts.
Yeah, that's when Mango was like doing his dangling thing.
Yeah,
on the
exactly.
rope thing.
But at SB, I got PR'd at the. I mean, like a school ranking, it's not like as significant. But
Yeah,
that was like
but
my
it's still-
first
yeah,
ranking
yeah,
ever.
yeah.
In general. So it was like.
Bro, I've never even won a tournament in my life.
But I mean, what tournaments did you go to like in SoCal?
Like, no, I did.
Yeah.
So like my gap in Smash GG went from like 2015 was when I started. I entered. I would go like 1, 2, 2, 2. It'd be like SSS, Power 9,
TMT.
TMT.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like the tournaments like that. You know, was the one in Thunder Studio?
Yeah, Nimbus. I
Nimbus,
think.
oh, yeah.
There's so many locals back in the
there's
day.
dude.
But after
There's so many.
COVID-
I was like, 1 or 2, 1.
There you go. Also, with like whether you're like in school or have a job, like you have to do all this shit after you take care of that stuff. So I remember going to TMT, for example, started at like 6. This ladder takes a long time. So once bracket starts like 8:00, if you're lucky to get through like 2 and 2 or something like that, it's already 9:30, and you haven't eaten dinner yet or anything like that. So if you wanted to grind and go to locals like that, it was really a grind.
Damn,
like it had,
crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know how. See, I never actually knew how deep you went.
It was.
How many? Like, what was your career like kind of looking like?
Well, after I got PR at school, that like kind of motivates you to want to play more, get more competitive. So in school, I think I PR'd at like 5. Then the next quarter was like 3. So I like peaked around 3 or something. No, but it's like,
Holy shit.
Again, it's at
Number
school.
3 player.
But within that region, not to like shit on that region or anything. There were great players there, but in the grand scheme of SoCal, SoCal is such a stacked
Fucking
region.
huge,
Yeah.
yeah,
So if you go to something between like a school tournament versus like TMT, I get shit on, no doubt. Like I'd make it to the top 16 after ladder, but I'd probably go like 1 and 2 after that. So.
You're still the best player.
Nah.
Like next to like Mar or some shit.
No, Mar. I remember man, how did I meet Mar? I
Is
didn't.
that the same school? No. It's not.
No,
It's not.
but I met him at a TMT. This was before I knew him like that, and before either of us streamed. And I remember I beat him the first time in the ladder, and then he beat me in bracket. So he always says get shit on because he beat me in the thing that actually matters in bracket. But there were close games, and I remember how Mar actually found me was I was streaming on Twitch. And he's like, "Oh shit, you're that guy that I played at that TMT."
So how recent was that to when I met you guys? Because like when I came in, I thought you guys are all like long-term, long homies and shit.
Yeah.
You guys are homies and shit. I was like, what the fuck?
Mara
Yeah.
was one of the first.
Like, what did I
He was
just
actually
walk into?
really, really early.
Yeah. And it's only because I met him through locals.
But didn't he think you were some other Asian kid?
Well, that seems to be a problem.
You thought you were like a president of some
Shout out
like,
to Rocky.
country, like North Korea or
Rocky
something.
came over and he was like, I was like, hey, my homie ParkedInTraffic's in chat. He's like, oh, I know ParkedInTraffic. that's the guy, that Asian guy. I was like, yeah, it's him. And he streams shirtless. I was like,
Definitely not.
David.
Did I miss this?
I was like, David's kind of brazy like, after dark.
I think we ended up finding who that streamer was, though. I think his name was Night Cypher, so shout out to him. But yeah, Mar. So me and him played in the Orange County Arcadian at one point, and he thought I was. There's another Asian guy, but he didn't even look like me. But you know, it's okay. Common mistake. But yeah, Mar was like one of the first people to come. He has like the what do you call it? Like
Founder
badge.
badge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he's been there since day one.
Like, who are some other founders? Are they still around?
Me.
I mean,
Really?
yeah, these two
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, shit.
Of course, I'm
Mitchie.
I don't know.
Mitchie, I think, is a founder.
Derek.
And, I mean, when I first started streaming, like, I have like we have a pretty big high school friend group that we still like hang out till this day. And I told them, you know, come out. They don't play Melee or anything. They don't understand anything.
I met
of
some
it.
of them.
Yeah, exactly. So, while they don't play the game, they usually just kind of lurk in the chat, and I actually appreciate that a
That's
lot.
fucking sick.
You know, as long as the
It's like,
viewership's
that's
a
like
little
love.
bit
Oh,
yeah.
Exactly.
Get your mom's phone. Get your
Yeah.
sister's phone.
I mean, it's nice knowing that, you know, there's homies out there that, you know, while, like I said, they don't understand the game itself for the most part, they like, they're there to support you no
Yeah,
matter
yeah.
what. So I really do appreciate that.
I think that's actually pretty cool. Like having, well, I'm not sure if it's cool. I think it's pretty cool having people like who watch your stream. They don't really give a fuck about the game
Yeah,
itself,
exactly.
you know?
They're there for
like,
you.
For you, you and community.
I mean, is that the same for you? Because I remember a few, you know, it was during I forgot it was your birthday stream. No, probably not your birthday stream, but you got pretty fucked up. And all your homies, not like your Twitch homies, but like all your homies were there. Do they like drop by still into your chat and stuff? Or just feature them?
Wait. The ones.
I don't know their names, but
Oh, my IRL. Like, oh, no.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
homies.
Not really.
No.
A couple of them. One of them is actually, that's a lie. My homie Nico is a tier 3.
Oh,
my
yeah.
God.
Wow.
Yeah, he's been a tier 3 for a long ass time. I
Oh
love
my
him.
god.
Dang.
No, actually, I lied. That's actually, I don't know why I said no. Because I was making think of a direct group, but actually thinking about it, I do. Like my homie Hammer comes in once in a while. My homie, well, Jalik streams.
Jalik, yeah.
Jalik, he streams. He's kind of the reason why I got into streaming. We talked about it in high school, a long time ago. Like,
He started first.
no, we started at the same time, but we talked about it in high school. We're like, dude, these League of Legends streamers. That's how long ago it was. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, he's like, oh, these League of Legends. I want to be a League of Legends streamer. Like, yeah, Jalik, that's cool, Jalik. I don't really care about video games.
All right. Here we are now.
Yeah, but yeah, this is my life now.
There you go.
So Jalik, my homie Rob. Rob's from my elementary school. Yeah, they drop by.
It's funny
But
because a lot
yeah.
of them I feel like start, you know, like we said, like kind of supporting, but then they start to slowly get interested in streaming too. Because like, you know, Alvin or I Am Dazed, like he's after watching me and you for like a while, he's been like, you know, maybe I'll hop on there and like think about streaming like that. So it kind of influences other people like on what they might do with streaming themselves.
Yeah, it's
Like
like,
Chris is gonna start streaming too.
well, here he started.
Like partnered, remember? What was the reason for not streaming again for you?
Well, probably just because I don't have like the equipment. I think that was like a big part. Like I already told myself that once I got equipment, I'd probably start it. Because I like the reason why I even streamed to begin with was because it was just to play games for friends to watch. It wasn't like for actual people to like come in. Like I don't think I would like start the stream and I actually wouldn't even. I don't think I knew there was a chat. So I didn't even like if someone came in and was like, "Hey, you look like Kim Jong Un," I wouldn't even.
Right. The guy's like, damn it, I'm not getting into this.
Yeah, so I was literally just streaming just so like my friend could watch me play a game. So that's like the reason.
Like
why.
Discord sharing.
Yeah,
essentially.
yeah. I remember actually before I used Twitch, I would use Google Hangouts.
Wow, that's some boomer
And
shit.
then do like screen record on Google Hangouts, and it'd be like 10 frames.
Oh my god.
So I used that, but it was So like for me, like I would want to do it because I like playing games for friends and kind of like letting them enjoy the same experience of like going through like, you know, the story of a game together or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool. So I would want to do that, but it's not like it's not that high up on my goals, I would say. YouTube is definitely going to be the first.
Yeah,
one.
you talked about it with me,
Yeah.
like doing video essays and stuff.
Yeah.
I really can't imagine. I can imagine you doing.
I keep talking about it, but I gotta actually like start doing
Yeah.
it, because there's
the
a lot
hardest
of
part.
there's like a lot of stuff that has to go into that as well because there's a lot of research and stuff, you
Mm-hmm.
know, that has to go into those kinds of things. But yeah, video essays for sure is going to be like the first thing. And then Twitch is more like, that's going to be like for fun. It's kind of the same thing where it's like, if I'm playing a game, you know, and I want other people to experience the game too,
Yeah.
might as well just like stream it.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
but it's not really about like getting like a huge following or
Yeah.
anything like that,
Mhm.
you know.
I have that. I have the mentality too. It's like, don't. I was like, if I'm playing a game, I might as well go live.
Yeah.
But I think it's like, it's also like, I think
It's more than that though,
Yeah.
because I feel like I feel like I could never stream because it's so exhausting
Mhm.
having to constantly be up and energized versus just sitting and playing your game.
I might do that.
You have to be, you have to
Like
be
2 at
up
4
and,
a.m., like,
you know, energized, and
yeah,
people
usually.
come to you
Yeah.
to like for certain reasons, right?
Mhm.
They like your vibe and your energy, and if you're not feeling that, then it's different than just sitting at home and playing video games with no audience.
Yeah.
Especially, I feel like it was tough when you guys were first starting out, when there were no followers or no one in the chat.
Mm.
But you couldn't just sit there because if someone did come in,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
need to see that you're worth
Yeah.
following.
Yeah.
So
That's a tricky.
That's why I
part,
give
know?
you guys so much props, because talking to a camera to no one is so hard. But then you guys did it, and look at where you are now.
Yeah.
Honestly, to this day, I still am bad at that. When there's no chat, I'm like, I click the view cam. I'm like, all right, I'm ending stream, guys.
Well, you say you hide the because on
Yeah.
Streamlabs, you use regular Streamlabs.
Yeah,
I use the
I use
Streamlabs
OBS.
OBS. Regardless of which program you use, it has the view counter up there.
Mhm.
After you told me you covered, I'm like, all right, bet I'll cover it too.
I
'cause
think it's
it doesn't,
game
That's
changer.
smart.
I think
it
it's-
doesn't work for me.
A lot
Oh
of
really?
Well, you know, because I want to add that as behind the scenes for Parked in Traffic, but I have my phone open right to
Yeah.
get that extra view on there.
Yeah.
Even though my OBS has the it's
Mhm.
canceled.
Oh, you look at
You
your
look at your
Every
phone.
now and then.
No, I do too. I do too.
Yeah.
Like, you can see, like, I'm like smiling and shit. And you see me flicking for a second. I'm like, like, all right, guys, good
Yeah.
stream. Let's go find someone on a raid.
It's like people always say like, oh, don't like worry about it. It's not about the views. It's like, but like when you're in like the seat, like the hot seat, like it does kind of affect your mentality and like your personality. So
Yeah, because like if the view goes down, you start thinking about like, oh, what did I do?
right.
To
Right.
lose that one, you know,
Mhm.
those viewers. I think even like a lot of big streamers actually like, they have rules where like you're not allowed to mention the view count in the chat.
Oh,
for
yeah.
some reason.
Oh,
Like,
shit.
They
Yeah.
don't see their own view count for that.
Yeah.
reason.
I guess that affects like everyone at like every level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Because like, I had the same discussion. Well, I don't want to say names. I was kicking with a homie and we are talking about it. I think there's a thing like I think every streamer like has this. Like it does. I try not to get it in my head, you know, but I still can't like not look at it.
Yeah.
But the mentality, like the reason I do it though is like, if I turn it off, whether it's one, 2, or 1,000, like I'm not gonna change who I am
Exactly.
based on like what the view count is.
Yeah. Because when I see that I mean, this is what I used to do. Right now, I'm just like the same as you. I'm trying to just keep it consistent and not change for anything. But when I did see it was a low view count, I feel like I overexpress or like I'm overly enthusiastic. And like if you're trying too hard, then I don't know, it might scare some people off.
Honestly, if you're streaming with a bad mood or you're streaming off or something, like you're like forcing something, the viewers can smell it out.
Yeah, they
This
know.
guy is desperate. I'm leaving. I don't watch this guy.
When I have those type of moods, though, I remember I used to do streams where I would just cover my camera. Usually, I'd put like a picture of us two or something
Yeah,
like that. And
it's very cute photos.
Yeah.
Like, you're in the beach and shit.
I would still turn on my mic and like communicate with chat,
Yeah.
but like if you're just not feeling like you want to be on camera, and for me, like, I don't know, like I might come off as like extroverted because I guess I stream in general,
Yeah.
but like when I'm just by like me myself like in social settings, I'm like heavily introverted.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's like weird It's like to this day, it's so weird streaming and like talking to everybody and like freaking out, all this different stuff, and then like in real life, like I'm a totally different person.
No,
you
I'm
know?
kind of like that too. But I think it's when you're streaming, it's like your comfort zone, I'd say, or like it's like this is your
Yeah.
domain, I guess.
Right,
you know?
exactly.
I've had people. I've read about it like on I don't know. Nothing is. I just stopped looking at Reddit. You know? Like, oh, what the fuck? I started reading this shit. I started believing. But people say like, because people were like shitting on like Mango during like the Hunger Box and Mango like podcasting where they're eating.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh, Mango's so quiet. Mango's.
The hot
But
ones?
like in Hot
Oh, okay,
Ones.
okay.
But you know, it's like when I'm streaming, like I feel really comfortable because it's like people like a community. And I
Mhm.
build out like, some of my house and stuff.
Mhm.
And like I don't like have to like fake anything, like because I know, I know my life on Twitch and stuff.
Right. Like you're
Yeah.
in your element.
Yeah, I'm in
for
my
sure.
element exactly. That's like the phrase I was looking for.
And also the people who are there, they can at any point leave if they don't like what
Yeah.
you're saying. So
Mhm.
you know that the people who are there who are talking to you actually like you, and
Right.
I'm sure that provides some comfort too.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, the reason before someone like clips this and shit like cuts it out like context. The reason I said that is like people were comparing like how he was in that podcast because it obviously wasn't like synergized.
He
like,
was not.
yeah.
Like I just
The
feel
synergy
like
wasn't there.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
But you see him with like when he's hanging out with his homies, like like SJ and
He'll like dick around
Alex,
and stuff like that.
you can't natural. If he's like Ludwig, it's different, you know.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's just your element.
Person to person for sure.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like, but also another thing I have a problem with, like, and I'm working like on it, I guess, or like knowing it's a thing is like, if I stream before I have a party to go to,
Mm-hmm.
it fucking wears me out. I'm like, hey guys, take care everyone. I'm gonna go raid this person. I end stream like, I'm gonna go lay down. You know?
So it's like once you get to that like party or whatever, like
I'm
you
like,
just
oh,
don't want to
yeah,
talk to anybody.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's like I have to like realize I probably shouldn't stream before then, or maybe I should like just do a short ass
Yeah.
one or something.
Mhm.
I mean, like streaming itself, it's a hangout essentially, you know. So like if you're just talking for 4, I mean, hey, I go 2-3 hours. You go for like fucking 10.
12 hours.
Yeah.
You peaked at like I think 13 hours one time. I
The
can't
thing-
do that, bro.
The thing is, I stream until I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh man, I gotta end stream. like it's never, it's like, it's
Physically
never
need to.
like, oh, I'm satiated.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I'm good.
Yeah, you wear yourself out for sure. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of the time when I stream, that's why again I can't go up to those minutes. I try to designate some time from like 2.5 hours to 3 hours, and once I hit that mark, then I say to myself like, am I worn out or can I go a few extra minutes? So I set those boundaries first, and then think if I could go further than that. It's exhausting for sure.
Yeah.
You know.
I think also, I think the category matters.
Yeah, for sure.
Because Melee, I don't know how, like, well, you were a grinder at a time. But I don't know how long your sessions look like when you were playing. Like, serious Melee or like...
It's pretty casual. I mean, like, when chat's coming through, I obviously want to talk to everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, like,
so-
when you were competing.
Oh, when I was grinding.
Yeah, when you're grinding.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. When I started streaming, it became less of the grind.
Yeah,
Funny
yeah,
enough.
yeah.
Because obviously, like I said, you have to, like, be attentive to chat and
Mhm.
everything. So, I can comfortably say I've gotten worse as a player since
yeah.
I started streaming. But, you know, it's like you kind of got to give and take, like, grinding on. Because that's the other thing. Who was it? I think it might have been Mar or El Zonto. You know, you play worse on stream because you gotta, you know, be attentive to chat, all these different elements. So nowadays, I just play offline rather than if I'm trying to grind. You know,
Like,
that's how you
yeah,
feel, right?
I rarely play offline. Like, I'm getting worse. Like, I play against people who don't ledge dash. It's like, fuck, I'm down to this fucking invincible fox. No, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Some people are like critiquing shit. They're like, oh, how come these chatters don't like fucking read fast and stuff? But it's streaming Melee is one of the, I think, fucking hard.
Yeah.
Like, especially when I play good. Like, you play against good players, like, one thing's gonna lack.
Yeah.
Your stream or the gameplay.
Exactly.
Like, usually I'm playing people. It's not that people are bad, but like if they're like my level or like a little newer, I could like. I let the autopilot take over
Right.
the game.
You could keep up
Yeah,
at that
I can
point.
autopilot and talk. Kind of like when you're like playing with a friend, like casual late night games, you're just talking about life while playing Fox Dittos. But like, I had trouble when I'm playing with you or like Margasm. Like, who were like subscribing. I'm like, thanks for the sub.
Why don't stop right now. Fuck
Yeah,
off.
thanks for the sub, man. like, hey, Andrew, you doing? I'm doing good.
Shut up now.
Like, yeah, shut up. It's like, fuck, I'm getting like gifted shit. Like, it's like I'm losing and I'm not talking. It's like, fuck, I'm doing both worse.
I totally feel that.
Yeah. But I feel like I got better as a player just because like I just played fucking so much Melee. Even if it was autopilot Melee, it gets me pretty far like in like local brackets. I'm like, oh,
Exactly. Yeah.
you know, I turn on my stream playlist.
It's just
I
like I'm
pretend
back
I'm talking to someone like,
You start talking while you're playing.
yeah, like, thanks for sub.
I feel like, especially with your channel growing so much, a lot of top players are starting to like go into your chat and stuff like that too, and that attracts higher level players. So that means you get to play higher level players too. So I feel like even though your chat's like popping, you still get to play like those top level players.
I don't really
more
play
and
them that
more.
often.
Oh, you got Rocky, you know.
Rocky goes easy on me. He's like, you want me to go easy or Rocky,
Yes.
please, please. I got a crowd to please. Please don't go too hard.
Well, people like know you at least,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And then once those people know you, people in their chat will go into
Yeah.
like, your chat stuff like
And
that.
that's actually true. Like usually people who like watch those streams, they're like taking notes. They're learning to be a better player, and they even play against those players too.
Exactly, yeah.
So like I think the homie Andre came from Rocky's stream.
Mm.
I was like, all right, cool. I just another stream to play, and he's fucking good. I was like, oh man, like PR. I think it's PR in like Hawaii.
Hawaii,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh, damn. These aren't just like people fucking around.
They actually know how to play
I
Melee.
got so used to like playing people for like, oh, I just got into Melee. Can I play you? I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm just like down throwing. It's like, oh, you'll learn. But no, it's tough. Like,
We get humbled for sure.
like, I think the biggest time I got humbled on Twitch was someone said like, oh, I'm new to Melee.
No, no.
He was like,
Oh.
I'm like 6 months in.
Mhm.
And I was like, all right, cool. I'm just playing my playlist. I'm like, how's everyone doing? Like, here's my code. Let's go play. And I was sweating my fucking like I was sweating like crazy. I was like, oh shit, this guy's good. Like probably better than like Martin. I was like, oh
Right.
shit.
His name Tuhsao.
Yeah, just yeah. Have you ever had that happen to you?
But do you think they're being serious, or do you think people are like,
I
Well,
think
this
hustling
era
you?
I
is
think this
like-
era is crazy.
Yeah.
okay?
It scares the shit out of me. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
The moment they load up Falco, I was like, oh, man, they're watching like Mango or some shit.
Yeah.
They're watching like a I don't know, Ginger video.
Yeah. It's just so much more accessible now.
Mhm.
Yeah. People like are like like you said, we both started around 2015. Like people that start within this year, they're like at our level already. It's crazy actually. But no, I don't think that's ever happened to me. To this day, the person
Because
that
he's so good.
Yeah,
right. That's not what I meant. That's not what I
Top
meant.
players come in. I'm like, you got that combo on that guy?
To this day, and I've been wanting to do this on stream where I like not tier list, but like name the person that I have had the hardest or like the most difficult matchup with for each character. But no, the hardest person I played it was definitely Mar. Margasm is like on a different
I
level.
love you. That like justifies like me losing his.
No,
Fucking
Mar is
dumbass
actually
spots.
on a different level. I'm surprised. I mean, I feel like if he grinded a little bit more and he went to like locals and stuff, he would be top 100.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Like I was watching Summit. I was like, Mar should be on that fucking couch. Why is he calling me to play? Like I'm just a streamer. Like why the fuck is he hitting me up?
I don't know. Some people actually get better because you know, like the general principle is like, oh, you gotta play
Play
top
different players,
players
yeah.
to get better. But sometimes people just it's like none. Like he just shits on like a whole bunch of players, and I feel like he gets better from that. You know, like here he'll play Zane, Moki, whatever,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
every
yeah.
now and then. But like I feel like the majority of the time he's just like on that play.
Collecting more data.
Yeah,
Like, what humans
exactly.
do and shit.
So I don't know. I guess it's different from person to person. You know.
Yeah, it makes me feel better because I'm like,
Exactly.
Mark hits me up like I was like, I'm just streaming. He's not even in the chat. I'm like, I just play my homies in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Like anyone else want to play? And Mark's like, I want to play. All right, I think Joe wants to.
I think I gotta.
Joe wants to go to Target. My end stream now.
There you go. I guess what another question I've been meaning to ask you is like with how much you do stream, like it just spans from like 3 hours to 10 hours or whatever. Like how do you keep it like so? But this goes for a lot of streamers because like we gotta work, people go to school. Like how do you keep it like so tight in your schedule?
Well, I'm unemployed
At
at the moment. No.
Wait a minute.
Okay, for people watching the podcast, my work contract just ended maybe like 16 days ago. Not that I've been counting.
You have like the
Counter,
counterparts
like-
on the wall.
Like 17 days this job. No, but I was just lucky to have like a work-life balance. That was good. I'm still looking for a work at home job so I can kind of keep living my
Right.
degenerate life. You know? But that's the whole reason I started streaming in the first place. It wasn't because of like quarantine. I started streaming 2 years ago. 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
which is I don't know. I got my job. I moved out to this house, and I worked from home. And Jill started going to work, and I'd be just sitting there like
Crying and
what the fuck do I do? Like, I've never had so much time in the day. I'm watching like I Love Lucy or some shit, like stupid TV shows.
That's when you know.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, I'm like doing nothing. And this is before Slippy, so I was like playing like Anthony's Ladder.
Shout out to Andrew's Ladder.
And yeah, no, I was playing Anthers, and I'd be posting my really terrible clips. Like, it used to be like Luigi, Nair, Side B, like, I post
Got him good.
I post on Instagram, like, and people were like, why are you posting this shit? I was like, what the fuck? No one gives a fuck about my stuff. And then I think one of my friends even DM'd me. She was like, is this what you do all day? I was like, man. And I was like, I should probably stream. Like, make it more like worthwhile.
Right.
But yeah, I kind of just worked around like that. Like work from home kind of life.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, like with me, I work in an ad agency. It's your boring 9 to 6 job. Want to get back home, gotta eat dinner. After dinner, I want to go to bed. But I gotta stream. So it's like like I said, I feel like it goes for most streamers. I mean, I guess everyone's got a different lifestyle, but most of us go to work then want to stream. Yeah, and it's just such a hard schedule to hit.
Well, which is why I'm trying my best to like find another job that's kind of lining up
a little more flexible.
That's why I wrote that stupid fucking Twitter post. I was like, it'll be nice seeing you guys.
Bye forever.
My contract, I shouldn't be fucking around. I'm not gonna be streaming. I'm gonna be a big, adult now. It was fun while it lasted.
And he started streaming like
2 days
later.
2 days later, I was like, I did one work from home stream, one Java playing stream, 2. And out there, I was like, let's play Melee.
Well, I guess the question for you is, you're streaming so often every day. I mean, every time I look at my phone, you're streaming. And you've done it for a couple years now, but like, how do you keep that exciting for you? Because if anyone does anything for that long they get bored of it or becomes a hassle or whatever. So what makes it like exciting for you still?
Well, I don't know. For some reason, I don't know why it is. Like, I go through a lot of like hobbies or passion, like, and I'm like, as Joe, I'm like really spontaneous. Like, oh fuck,
yeah,
I want to get into filmography,
right?
So I buy like all these cameras and shit. I don't do shit with it. I'm like, oh fuck,
I'm still waiting for that rug.
Yeah,
the rug maker.
Fuck yeah! I think I get into like rug making. I had a whole poll like, should I buy this? And everyone's like, no. I was like, oh okay. Yeah. But yeah, that happens a lot. Like even my turntables, I love these things, but I kind of rotate around. Like, a week here and there, week there, pass like over and over. For some reason, I thought Twitch was gonna be one of those things where like, all right, 1 month thing, 3 month thing. I just could not stop doing it. Yeah. I don't know, it's sick.
I think with new people coming into your chat like every day too, it just like it sparks it for sure. Yeah,
because like I also had this conversation. Okay, it's like 2 different topics. I talked about it with someone else, but like, it really feels like when you're streaming, especially after like you have years now. Like if you say you have a year or 2 years streaming, it's not gonna be the same people. Like as much as you want to say like, oh man, where's my posse at? I was like, people have lives like and they move on or stuff like Twitch and move on from Twitch and stuff like that. But it really feels like it's like a TV show. Like it's like Game of Thrones. Like this is the new main character. Right. Like, not main character. Like, this is the new cast for the season.
There's seasons.
Cast.
Yeah.
Like, they come, like a cast member came back. Like, cameo. They're part of the season now. Like, it feels like that.
Right.
But yeah, it gets, I don't know. I think I just couldn't stop streaming.
Exactly.
It kind of like, ideally, if I was like the ideal person I want to be, I would combine all my passions into streaming. Like, I would do more DJ things. I'd produce on stream. Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, I think you could do all those things on stream,
Mm-hmm.
and people could watch you, and you could probably get like DJs in your chat, stuff like that, rug makers in your chat,
like a fellow rug makers in chat.
The rug making streamer.
Yeah. But I think that's what you're trying to hit too, right? Like more
rug makers.
No.
Yeah. Well, never commit rug makers.
Melee for you and me both is always going to be our foundation.
Yeah.
But before I took my big hiatus, I was doing like moronic Mondays, or I played like stupid games.
I love that.
What was it? TIL Tuesdays. Today I learned Tuesdays, so I just like play games I've never played. Not necessarily stupid, but like well known, like Outlast or something like that. I kind of wanted to diversify from Melee because at a point I feel like I was thinking from like an audience point of view. Like they just see me play Melee every single day, and I wanted to just do something different for them. I might not get as many viewers or something like that, but just want to do something different for the people that have stuck around since like day one. I don't know.
And then you meet people outside your community.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's cool too.
Exactly.
And they're there for you. And like the things, the variety of things you provide.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess that's where the wear and tear comes to, though, is when you try to do that much new material, and then there isn't as much success, and you're like, oh, maybe I should go back to playing Melee or something like that. And I guess for some context, like I haven't had a consistent stream schedule for a while now. I think
you're busy as hell. Guys, to even do this podcast, is David done with his work?
They scheduled this 2 years ago.
It's definitely I don't know, just like adulting, man. It's so hard to keep up with things. And truthfully, like I love streaming, I love my audience and stuff like that. But as of late, I've been finding a lot of just pleasure from just playing games outside of the offline. Exactly. I don't know what it is. It's just.
What game is that exactly?
I don't know what you're talking about. I started playing Dead by Daylight, and I might have 1+ K hours. 1K hours.
This guy's actually like top player.
No, I don't think they have.
He's actually like on the highest rank.
No.
Both killer and.
He's gonna start doing tournaments.
Like Radiant, Radiant Valorant.
Basically, yeah.
I gotta look up if they do actually have like a PR per se for Dead by Daylight. I feel like it'd be so hard to rank that.
OCPR. Dead by Daylight.
Yeah. But that was a game that I started grinding after, or like right after I started my hiatus, right? Like that 1K hours accumulated during that period when I was offline. I could have done it while streaming, but I just found so much more pleasure doing it off stream. So I don't know.
I never asked what was like the main reason for like the hiatus. Was it after? Well, because I don't know. Like I could just throw out things. I thought it was like an ear infection at first.
Kind of.
Yeah, and
I forgot
I
about that.
thought I was wondering if it was the tournament.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that happened in that few months.
Yeah,
that's a good
I'm
point.
sorry.
No, that's a great point.
I was looking in his ear like every day. Then Chris was like, you know what? My
I
ear
got
kind of
one
hurts.
later too. Like
And
a
then
month
your ear.
later.
I had did one too.
Oh,
I'd be
maybe
streaming.
We're all just like sticking our ears like against
I
each
was like,
other.
I gotta bring my otoscope everywhere, looking at everyone's nasty ears.
I told you, you're like, Kate could look in your ear. Like,
Now I can officially prescribe you.
Right.
medicine,
She's a
so.
professional, so.
Ear
But no,
infections come to me.
that I had a Parked in bracket, like an online tournament. Right before the hiatus. I think I spent like so many hours during the week leading up to it, like the 2 weeks leading up to it. Just spent so many hours stayed up trying to get it as efficient as possible. And I remember that tournament. I had commentary blocks. I had people do like overlays for me and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, I had to do everything in the back end.
Yeah.
I had to do the switch to overlays. I had to mic everyone up into Discord. I had to like just small things like write the small headlines.
Yeah.
I had to like TO in the background, given like these guys helped me out too. But there was just so much, and I think at the end of it all,
Yeah, I helped a lot. I know. I know how to run a tournament.
yeah. At the end of it all, like I was just so exhausted. And originally when I took my break, I think I was trying to convince myself. I was like, oh, you did a huge tournament, you should deserve a break.
Yeah.
And then after maybe a month into it, I was like, why am I not streaming anymore? Because it's already been a month. Like, why am I not going back to it? And I think just all of that culminating together, it's been like a huge burnout. And so many streamers go through burnout, So, and then during that time, I had an ear infection. There's one time where I was like, I had the start stream buddy ready to go, but then my ear was such a pain in the ass. I couldn't do it.
Fuck.
Pulling your
Yeah. No, it's like control alt
It's
F4.
like fucking Venom or something. It's like something comes out. It's like grabbing you. I was like, no.
So yeah, like maybe 2 months after tournament, I was ready to go. The ear infection happened. A couple months after that, I got a promotion in my job, and I got like a new job after that. So that whole job transition, like it just turned my world upside down as far as like how busy I got.
Also, at the same time, COVID was like everyone started getting vaccinated. Things started opening up. Our friends were like, let's start hanging out. And then our schedule got a little busier.
And also, that's a great point because, again, this goes back to the viewership thing, right? I remember I had a few streams during that break where I streamed. And I think, again, it doesn't matter too much, but like just to give you guys a little bit of context, I think my average back in the day, like in my peak streaming days, was like 20, 30 viewers, right?
Yeah.
When I started streaming then, and it wasn't even just like a one-off stream. I remember streaming for at least 2 weeks straight during that break, and my average was like 8, 12 viewers or something like that. And I made the correlation is that people are getting the vaccine. People aren't just staying at home anymore. They're trying to go back to like their normal life. Exactly.
And you saw that with streamers too. A lot of the streamers we became friends with and we're watching all the time.
I miss you, Justin.
Justin, we miss you.
Long
Diddy, we
legs.
miss you.
There's so many people. Yeah. So
And then you see them on Instagram playing golf, and you're like, "Damn, go back
You
to your
don't belong
computer.
there.
Go back home and play video games."
yeah. So I mean it was just everything. There was so much happening within those 3 months of hiatus that like it just kind of all culminated. Even like now, like if you go to my Twitch right now, I think the last time I streamed was a month ago. In like October or so, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try again, try to do this again, and then I think like I lasted 2-3 weeks and I went back to And it's not even like I don't want to stream. Like I said, it's just being busy with work and stuff. Like I just
Time can go.
Exactly. I just want to go to bed like after I work until like if I work overtime or something like that. So it's just a lot culminated into why I took that break for so long. But I don't know. Hopefully, winter breaks here. Something about a new year, like a new start. You kind of want to just like get back into it, So I'm crossing my fingers that I'll have the motivation. To do that.
All the homies miss you. I don't miss your streams because I see you like.
We kick it.
I saw this guy like 2 days in a row.
Exactly.
I saw Spider-Man with this guy.
Yeah.
Spoilers now.
Everyone turns off the video. Hopefully we'll get back into it. We were kind of talking about this also off stream, but off the podcast. But like another reason why I stopped streaming is I don't like seeing again, this kind of goes back to the whole like introverted thing.
Yeah.
And don't take this the wrong way, but I probably will not watch this podcast when it comes out because I just don't like seeing myself on camera.
Yeah.
So I remember after I started streaming and during the hiatus, I kind of reflected. I'm like, damn, I don't like the way I streamed or something like that. So I kind of like discouraged me to stream even more or stream even less. So I don't know. Do you feel? I mean, you're a lot more extroverted than I am, but do you kind of feel?
It's like when I'm hanging out with your group and stuff, I do get more like
But again,
introverted.
Kind of like because you're out of your element, you don't know as many people.
Mm-hmm.
But do you ever feel like when you're on stream, you kind of look at yourself and you're like, I don't know, almost get self-conscious at times, or are you just like, it's been so long that you're just like in your element all the time?
It's been so long.
Yeah.
Like because like
this guy shaved his hair and dyed it green. And he doesn't give a fuck what he looks like.
I've streamed so fucking long. I hate to say it. It's become my like. I don't know. It's like you get like sea legs if you're on the ocean for so long. I'm so used to like swinging that way.
Second nature.
Yeah, I actually feel more natural on stream than on actually that's fucked up to say, but like I feel like it feels too,
it's like a
too
part
natural.
of your life at this point.
Like something happened.
Yeah.
Like something clicked. I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
The first thing we noticed when we met you for the first time was that you were like literally the same person off stream compared to
100%.
Yeah.
The only thing that's different is like I get tired. Like like I think I'm like, oh man, I'm not sure what happened to you, but like I had
not with us.
We had homies over. Like it was right after I streamed and like they came over to hang out with Joe and I. I was like, all right, just let me it was after a long stream, like let me just lay down real quick. And I passed out. All these people were in my house, like, oh fuck. Yeah. No, I kind of tried to stream just like as if I was on Discord with like
and I wish I could do that. I think I'm trying to get to that point. So like I said, like if I just keep grinding like that, I hope I could get to that point.
Yeah, something just clicks. I'm like, man, I'd rather just be on stream.
Exactly.
Because there's a lot like visibility when you're a streamer, and then it's like with anything where like if you see yourself performing or doing any of that kind of stuff, like you start to notice like all the little things about yourself, like when you look back on it, and then it's like you assume that everyone else is looking at you in the same way that you're looking at yourself.
Exactly.
You know, like the way that you see all your flaws and stuff.
Meanwhile,
like
I'm like, look how cute he is playing his video.
I'm like getting the lotions. Like, it's been a while since the David stream.
But yeah, I definitely like. I definitely see that too. Like, I feel like there would be if I tried streaming, I feel like every streamer probably goes through that phase where like they look back on like the things they do and they'll like cringe at like certain things like that they do or like certain ways that they act.
That still happens to me.
Yeah.
Like I brought it up yesterday. I love Sean. Sean's the homie. Like that, he makes editing. But he finds the clips I forget. Like I think I pushed it out of my head. I was like, oh fuck, I did that shit. I saw that fucking clip where I kissed the fucking Sonic foot.
From Mar?
Yeah, I guess I did it too. I had a green screen.
Oh.
And he put it in the highlight video. I was like, oh, what the fuck is this?
But those are so
and then he put it on the
funny.
thumbnail though. I was like, oh fuck.
That's eye catcher.
Like I even edited the thumbnail myself. Like didn't even tell him. I'm like, oh god, what the fuck? I did that shit.
Do you see a final edit when he edits before it goes like
See,
published?
I'm just a bad what do you call that? I'm just a bad streamer / like job. What do you call that? Job boss, I guess, or something. Like he asked me like, "Oh, what should I do?" I'm like, "I just do whatever you want." And then he makes it like, "All right, just upload it. I'll watch it. I'll watch it. I trust you." I'm like, "Oh no, he put the clips I didn't know about." No. I've been thinking about like the like highlights and stuff. I don't know if I'm a highlight guy. I don't know. Like it feels like when I stream, like, because I kind of just goof around, I play Animal Crossing and stuff. And I see my scratching melee stuff. I'm like, fuck. Why am I not doing hip hop shit? Like I'm, so I'm like battling that.
Right. I feel like the way Jonathan's been like editing it though, it's like
it's really well done.
Well, it's a style that people are finding like now or like in the present, like people, it's like trendy, I guess. Like those one of the videos is like a 30-second video where it's like people with low
me
Yeah,
this isn't stuff that I watch on YouTube, right? Or like, or these are the only streams I ever watch are the clips on YouTube, because I can't sit in a 3-hour stream, or I'll turn on Twitch and it's like maybe 5 seconds of the streamer actually resting, and I'm like, this is boring. Because I can't stick around long enough for something good to happen.
Right.
But on YouTube, it's like, it's going to be good, and you watch it and you're like, this guy's great. He's so funny. This clip was great. And I love Smasher Magazine now.
Oh.
But like for me, who's not into Twitch, I mean, those are the people you're
Yeah,
going to get
that's
from
true,
those
that's
videos.
true.
I mean, that's why like stuff like TikTok and back in the day Vine was like so popular.
Yeah.
It's like 30-second video.
Yeah.
You get my attention. It's entertaining, and then you move on.
Yeah.
I guess it's like a balance. I was talking to my homie Ching about it. He was like, I don't know. He read like a book or something. He's like, and you could like, when you have different socials, you could dedicate different socials to different things. Like YouTube could be done for like video essays and stuff. TikToks are just like your one-off clips and shit, highlights. I don't know, man. Like when I see like I separated it too, even though it's small as hell. I would just see like me kissing a Sonic foot next to like me DJing.
Yeah,
and I was like,
yeah.
this is two
very
different people.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, man. I was like soul searching for a second.
Well, you were kind of dealing with a similar thing, because you had like your one YouTube channel that was solely music, like very professional, and then you were debating kind of bringing in your stream with it, which is a lot more lighthearted, fun, goofy, and so you were kind of dealing with whether to combine those or not.
Your YouTube channel, if you want to explain it.
Yeah, ParkedInTraffic originally came from my YouTube channel, and it's purely like a sample based. Like I'll get the original sample, then transition it into what song was sampled it from or whatever. If people know Bandstand, Nosbo 2006, like those are like the OG sample videos, and I just kind of, it's not original at all.
Yeah.
But I love samples, which is why I
yeah.
started it. But yeah, like she said, like on that channel, I'm very professional. Like I don't.
You never show your face.
Right, and then like my Twitch channel, do fucking
Very
dick
different.
jokes,
Very-
the whole
yeah,
thing,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it's like, at one point I was like, oh, it would be a great idea, because on the YouTube channel I have like 10K subs, like around there. And I was like, oh, it'd be a great idea to just like move that audience to Twitch, then I'll get more followers, like the whole shebang.
Yeah.
But the dynamic between the two just aren't the same.
audience
Right.
Did you ever have anyone from the?
Yeah, someone came
YouTube
in
channel
and were like, I
on
came
Twitch?
from your YouTube.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, actually, there's a couple people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sin the Base God. A couple other people. I don't know how they found me, honestly. Maybe
It's
just-
like putting
I wonder if
traffic in
he's
random
on-
things. Facebook.com. Twitch.tv.
Exactly. I mean, at one point I wanted to change my Twitch. Or no, at one
did.
point my Twitch name
It
was
was SSBM
SSBM
commas.
commas.
Right.
Because a
Before
lot of
or
Melee
after?
people knew commas.
Yeah.
right.
And then you were like, if I change it, they're not going to know who I am.
Dude, I didn't even
anymore.
know that's your name.
Exactly.
Like, until people told me, like, comma. Boss, she had new comma.
Yeah,
your
because
name.
he followed me before I changed
changed
it to
it, yeah.
Parked in Traffic, and I've changed my name. I think around the
The real ones.
Yeah,
The real
the
ones.
OG.
no
Wait,
commas.
Wait. What the fuck?
Real ones.
boss was.
Boss knew you before I knew you.
Yeah.
You
No.
I thought I introduced
Wait.
Boss to
Yeah,
you.
wait.
I think you did.
Okay, I was gonna
introduce
say. I was
Boss
like,
to
what the fuck?
You probably followed him when he was comments. You don't remember.
Yeah.
me.
No.
Because it wasn't that.
It was
changed it pretty
later.
late.
Yeah.
Yeah, like around 300 followers or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
You came in like a month after.
We'll check the
2
VODs.
months.
Yeah.
Fucking way.
Yeah.
I started. What?
But yeah, I mean, the reason I changed it is because I want to, make that
Move.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Did you ever make that Did you ever like announce on your channel?
No.
Right? Like it doesn't even. Do you have like the Twitch logo on there too?
I might have connected my account, so maybe that's how
Oh,
people
okay.
found out. I'm not too sure, but at this point, even with both channels right now, it's been kind of slow making videos, streaming in general. But hopefully, I mean, it's not too out of the picture yet. But the other thing I want to do was do more music things on my stream, so people from my YouTube could actually find like kind of that.
Middle ground.
Yeah, middle ground between something like that.
But
so.
it's also hard because like the
Now-
Twitch rules
now
and everything.
DMCA.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't play any music,
exactly.
and that's your whole
Yeah.
YouTube channel.
Mhm. And even on YouTube, it's like strict as hell. Like I don't know, like if Jonathan's ever put in like a copyrighted song, no, I have to.
It's
do
always
it.
like the Ludwig like we theme music.
Yeah, the free free
dun,
game music.
dun,
on
dun,
YouTube.
dun, dun.
I mean, my whole channel is like copyrighted
everything's-
music.
yeah.
Yeah. So I don't get monetized or money from it, which
Mhm.
obviously is never about the money. But,
Yeah.
I always have to make sure it doesn't get flagged, so it gets taken down on accident, stuff like that.
Yeah. Because you've had like videos with like over 100K views and they've gotten taken
down because
That's fucked.
It's
yeah.
so fun.
And if I had a choice, I would just unmonetize it and instead of it getting copyrighted and get taken down, because it's just at this point to show people like how cool samples are, how
Yeah.
cool hip hop is, like all that stuff.
How long have you been doing that channel? Is it before Twitch and everything?
People.
I remember your very first.
No.
YouTube.
I'll
It used to
the-
be like
the 88
music
Rising one?
reviews, like
No wait.
It was
with
like
him showing his face in front of a
Yeah.
microphone
shit.
I remember that.
with quick.
Potato.
It was like quick edits,
yeah.
funny clips, like.
it was
That's still
it was like an Anthony Fantano review.
Yeah, it was like an.
but
He's still
mixed with
there.
like some like.
But you know what? I was really surprised because I was like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be really cringe. Like, people who are always like, I'm gonna start YouTube, and it's like super cringe because they try to just
you
be.
up everything.
Yeah, you try to be the most popular YouTuber out there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was actually really entertaining, really funny, and really informative about music.
Was it there was like the Higher Brothers. Was it
Higher
or
Brothers,
88
there's like
Rising?
James Blake. I did
Yeah,
like
yeah.
at least 6 album reviews before I was like, oh fuck, I don't like this. I'll sub goal for people to to see that.
Are they deleted?
No, I
Oh,
have them.
hidden?
They're hidden
Can I
in my
see
Google
them?
Drive.
Later?
It's good. It's funny.
Damn. Put a projector.
Yeah, the
Popcorn.
timeline my YouTube went was when I was at 0 to 50, 50 subs, and I was also like, it's obviously so much harder to get followers, subs in streaming than YouTube, in my opinion. YouTube is a click of a button. I mean, I guess it's the same with streaming, but
Less people are on Twitch, I think.
yeah, YouTube, I think objectively, it's easier to get subs or whatever.
I'm shit. I'm fucking doing this shit.
You're
I'm
gonna
not-
get there with
I'm
the
not doing
Jonathan
this
edits. No, but when I was like,
this podcast.
Just with Jill and more
Is it-
thumbnails, and that'll,
that's clickbait.
Joe got your new bikini.
Oh my god.
It's all cold and shit. Bikini.
No, so when I was from 0, when I first started off, it was those album reviews. Then I realized, everyone's doing album reviews. If you type in like, I don't know, fucking To Pimp a Butterfly, Kendrick Lamar album review, there's thousands of people trying to be Fantano
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So then I started doing more obscure albums like Higher Brothers, or it's like they're pretty popular, 88 Rising,
Yeah.
but they're not like mainstream. And then those videos actually started getting like a decent amount of views, but that's when I got like that whole self-conscious thing where I'm like, I don't like myself on the
You
camera.
look sexy.
No.
Fuck that Kim Jong Un guy.
I just didn't like it. And then I moved on to like docu-series videos.
That was my favorite series. It's the
Mhm.
ones where like it was like the growth of the artist. Or something.
Right, and the first one was like 88 Rising. I would post it on like the Facebook Asian network groups to get more like
Yeah.
visibility there. And then I started moving on to those sample videos. I wanted Parked in Traffic to be kind of like an the way I imagined it was like a network, like a TV network, like USA, Sci-Fi, whatever the fuck you want to say. But
Yeah.
it was like samples would be one series.
show, yeah.
docuseries be another series, and then I started noticing the sample videos got way more traction than any other video, which is why I started honing in on it more. And yeah, I mean, at this point, it really is just a sample channel, which I don't mind because
you kind of in a way have series within your sample channel, though, right? You have
exactly
samples from one specific artist. You have like old hip hop versus new hip hop, stuff like that. So you have like different series too.
Exactly. And I just never wanted to be
stagnant,
boring. This is the exact same thing I said about streaming. Like even if I'm doing only Melee, I want to do it differently. Like Mondays I'll do like
I noticed that. You're
random
always,
on
like,
that player or some
advancing
shit. Yeah, exactly. On the YouTube channel, I don't want it just to be hip hop samples, random hip hop samples. I want it to be specific to an artist, specific to the month, something like that. You know, just so it's
spicy.
You spices things up. You know, it doesn't keep the audience from being bored.
Yeah.
How long has it been though?
The YouTube channel?
Yeah.
I think it's been a couple of years. Yeah, that was the original question, right? A couple of years since that like first album review until now.
Yeah. 2-3 years.
Yeah,
Sure.
I know we're at like I think 10K, 11K, somewhere around there.
That's cool.
So
This is
Go
like,
subscribe.
yeah.
ParkedInTraffic.
Hey, no, I recommend it because
Well,
one of my
actually,
videos,
yeah,
one of
say-
my
yeah.
tracks appear on.
You did
Oh,
put
yeah.
Steve
I snuck
was
Andrew
dope.
in there.
One of my remixes appear.
I didn't tell you about it. I just
Yeah,
thought
I saw
put-
it. I was like,
I just thought I'd put it in there. But I mean, it was a dope remix though. Like, I mean, that's the other thing with the channel. When I look at the other sample channels, like they're great, obviously, but they feel like they put in more mainstream, well-known songs. I do want to credit artists that are super dope, but they just don't
Slept
have
on.
as slept on. They don't have that much visibility, and I want to like include them in the video so people do know. Like, oh hey, that's the best thing about music for me is like they say like, hey, you put me on, blah blah blah, and then they start to listen to it. It's just so nice to see when artists like it's for me. I don't know if it's the same for you, but when artists blow up that you've known for a long time, it's like kind of a bittersweet moment where it's like that was like my little secret, and then they blew up.
Yeah.
You get gatekeepy, but at the same time
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
like
yeah.
Right.
you're happy for them.
Exactly. For me, I think it was my first gatekeepy person was Daniel Caesar.
really?
I think I forget what the album cover was. It's the one where it's like white. And he's like
Oh, he's like
like
this.
that one. I forget what it's called, but that was the first. He was like, he would not a lot of people knew him at all.
What I remember is when we first started dating, like I wasn't into hip hop or anything like that, and it was Lizzo, and it was what was her main
Juice.
song?
It was
Juice,
Juice.
right? And I was like, you've listened to this song 10 times, and you're like, it's really good. Literally a couple months later, it's everywhere, blown, and
I
I'm
remember
like,
that,
I'm like dancing. And
Dude,
love
I
it.
heard it in a McDonald's in Japan.
That's
But I remember that so distinctly because it was no one knew who Lizzo was,
Yeah.
and you were like, "This song is so good," and I was like, "You're listening to it so much."
yeah.
And then it's like everywhere,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh shit, this guy actually knows what he's talking about."
do you guys have like any artists like that where you knew them before they blew up? Not necessarily blew up, but like they're like more like recognizable now.
No.
I mean, you listen to
happens,
so
it happens,
many.
Yeah, it
underground.
happens a lot. I'm trying to just think. I mean,
BTS.
the one that I think about all the
Yeah.
the one I think about all the fucking time. With Anderson .Paak.
Mm.
Oh yeah, that's everyone's though. You know,
Yeah.
everyone.
Right.
You know,
Breezy,
everyone. Everyone has
Breezy
this-
Lovejoy.
Yeah,
Mm.
Breezy Lovejoy. He was doing like tracks like Carmack and shit. But I was like, oh shit. Everyone has like a point where like, oh yeah, I listen to like Ventura and shit.
Mhm.
But damn, man, that's pretty fucking crazy.
Apparently, he was a drummer for like Haley Reinhardt from American
Yeah.
Idol at one point too. Like he's had like a
No,
history of music.
He was
but-
like always in the back doing like drums and
exactly.
stuff. Yeah.
So he's definitely had a grind to come up. I think I started listening to Anderson .Paak during Malibu, so it's like his second album or something like that.
Mine was sort of like, other than those tracks from like selection shit, was like listening to like No Worries.
Yeah,
shit.
that you love that album.
Yeah, I love that album so much. Because that's my introduction to like, to really like confirming that I like knowledge. I was like,
Right.
oh, damn, knowledge is pretty sick.
Exactly.
You know what one of mine is? Snake Hips. We were talking about this. That that one song on Majestic Casual. I guess it doesn't really.
Yeah,
count.
yeah.
Majestic Casual was pretty popular at the time. I
Yeah.
guess. But they didn't really have that much music.
They would pump out like
They
videos every day.
It was always just
like random shit.
Yeah.
like some sexy girls and shit. Because like it baits like oh shit, she's roller skating. Like,
But there's that one song we actually talked about it on stream once. Is like a remix of Bondax.
Yeah.
Bondax. And then I started listening to them a lot, and then they blew up quite a bit after that one song with Chance the Rapper or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since you brought that up, I have memory memories.
Yeah, well,
I remember one was flight facilities.
Oh.
This is not hip hop. This is not hip hop.
Man.
He brought up Majestic Casual type shit. Flight facilities.
The Crave You remix?
My sister. Yeah. So not on the remix.
Oh, okay.
So my sister, my brother, my inspirations not inspiration. Well, they are. My brother and sister are DJs too, or they DJ. They're more like better DJs than me. But I think we were listening to mixes and shit. And I think we heard Flight Facilities, Crave You. It's not hip hop, guys. But it's like it's.
Not the remix. Yeah, what am I
Yeah.
saying? The remix is Adventure
Yeah.
Club. It's like a dubstep.
But like,
remix.
it was just like a snippet of it for like
Right.
20 seconds.
Yeah. I
And
know
we're
what
like,
you're talking about, too.
where the fuck is this? We like scoured around. I was like, what? All we could find is that fucking like snippet.
Yeah.
And we would listen to that snippet all the time. And then the track comes out, and it's still like it's a little popping, like kind of small. It was like I don't know, like Caribou, Odessa type shit, like small. But then it fucking blew up. I was like, oh fuck, oh, shit. And it still plays up. They still play to this day. I was like, hey, I remember that song.
Yeah.
Got the
Yeah.
like 20 second, 20 second, like shitty DJ quality, like MP3.
right.
What happened?
Holy shit.
Really already? People send questions?
Yeah.
Who sent questions?
Oh, I still got like 2 more hours.
How was it
Okay.
90 minutes?
Oh my
See?
God,
It's just
that was
natural.
fast.
Hey,
Crazy.
for real though, when we started this, we're like, I'm kind of nervous.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude,
It
fix my
played
beanie.
itself out.
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
naturally.
Damn, we have questions?
I know, that's so official. I didn't know.
Fuck. Damn, I was getting all these things. I didn't say anything. But before I close out, I had like a couple questions. Where's your name come from? Like, where's like commas and parking traffic come from?
Comments.
Oh.
Oh,
I remember.
Yeah. I was so oh yeah,
like a tournament, right?
I guess to give more context, my
Can I tell him what your original name was?
yeah.
So
Wait, there's
his
another one?
original OG name was Parker because his last name is Park.
Oh my god,
And
I
so,
forgot about this.
When we first started dating, I was like trying to impress him. I was like, I'll learn Melee for you. So he gave me his like customized controller, and it's like this pattern on it, and on the middle it says Parker.
Damn, Peter.
Yeah, Peter Parker. Yeah, and then I guess when you were at a tournament, you're like, I hate this name,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah. I mean, Parker was I started in Smash 4 actually.
Oh shit.
And I got PR'd for that.
Oh,
and
fuck,
then
damn.
I was like, this-
trophies.
well, someone, one of Chris's and our roommate's mutual friend, like they introduced me to Melee.
Yeah.
And after I played Melee, I couldn't go back to Smash 4. You understand?
Yeah.
Right? It's so slow, you know? So I started picking that up, and I went to my first Smash tournament, and they were like, what's your name? And I was like, fuck, dude, I
do
hate
Parker.
I can't do Parker. So at the time, I had my headphones in while they're, asking to register, and it was future, fuck up some commas.
Yeah.
That's literally, there's no,
shit.
like, cool way to develop the name. It's just literally how it came up.
That's cool.
And it just kind of stuck. It's very, like, simple, you know,
Yeah.
just, like,
Mm-hmm.
nothing, like, stupid. You know?
Now explain your Melee tag.
So my Melee tag is Oxford because I was thinking because at that time when he was starting to play, I kept telling myself like I want to like also start getting good at Melee and and all that stuff. That never happened. But I thought it was like, if we start playing and like I start getting good and then we start going to like doubles and stuff like that,
Oxford
it'd be
comma.
really cool
Stupid
to
fuck.
have, like,
already
names
thought it
that,
already. I was
like,
like, stupid.
compare to each other. And I was thinking but if I do like period or semicolon, that's like it
Yeah.
doesn't work. So then I thought, okay, what phrase has commas?
actually
in it?
sick.
That's actually
Oxford
really cool.
comma.
And what's
And then
even
Oxford is,
better
like, a
for
cool name.
everyone who doesn't know is Chris is an English major.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So for
Yeah.
Oxford commas to be their
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
is I think it's cute. I like
Yeah.
it.
That's actually really cute.
Yeah.
We have yet to do a doubles
Yeah,
match
you
need
together
to.
yet,
You need
but
to.
I think that'd be pretty fucking
Yeah,
cool.
that'd be really cool.
Is one of his I guess bucket lists this next year is to enter like a tournament officially, so this could be pretty cool.
We'll go cheer you on.
You have the coach right
Yeah,
here.
that's true.
Well, you got 2 coaches.
I don't know. I don't fucking know. Holy shit.
But yeah, that's commas. How I got commas, and then parked in traffic was I was literally parked in traffic. I used to have a hour commute without doxing myself. The thing with my stream is I dox myself a lot, but I'm not gonna do that this time. I had an hour commute to work, and that's like so much time to just reflect, listen to music, whatever. And that's when I first started getting the idea of streaming.
Yeah.
So That's stuck in traffic. My last name is parked in traffic. So that's just
You're
kind of
doxing yourself. I should tell you the story.
the
but
last
yeah.
name.
Yeah.
But yeah, besides that,
Okay, that's cool.
It's pretty simply how,
Mhm.
and that's also kind of just stuck. People when I do follow people like new channels for the first time, they're like Parked in Traffic. That's
Yeah.
a weird name.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But it kind of sticks around, and then now people call me Parked. People call me
Yeah.
Traffic.
Traffic.
Pit.
So.
It's cute.
Pit. Yeah.
It's nice. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, the pit one, I was like armpit.
Exactly.
The guy from holes. My
Yeah.
name's Armpit.
No, but then it works really well with his Discord because it's the pit crew.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I like a
True.
car,
Yeah.
like so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It works out that way.
I like that
Mhm.
one a lot.
And a music pit.
Mhm.
That was what we
Oh,
were thinking
yeah.
too.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
is
it
also
all
called a
works
pit
out.
crew,
Like a
actually.
pit stop, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I think initially it might have been like it could kind of like a weird name, but like like we just found out, it's like there's so
Mhm.
many different ways you could do it.
Mhm.
So.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. And I'm Dabberonio.
Okay.
Dabberonio. Remember when you
Dabberonio.
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 Well, okay. When I first made my username, I thought that I just needed to make it so I can watch him on Twitch, and I wasn't expecting to meet anyone or have that name anywhere, or else I would have done something different. But it actually started because I started playing Minecraft with these guys and some of our other friends, and I had to come up with a name. But actually, what's funny is that all of our friends and everyone called him Dab. That was his nickname, was Dab, because it was kind of like Dave,
Smoking
and then went into no, it was like Dave and then Dab. I don't know how that's it. And then
dabs all
it
the
just
time, that's fine.
evolved into Dabber and then Dabberonio and then
Well, I think you were trying to do Dabber or something, and the username wasn't available.
I was gonna do Dabberoni, like pepperoni.
Yeah.
We had, there was a phase where we were adding that suffix to everything.
Yeah.
Like whatever. But then so actually my Minecraft name is Dabberoni. And then on Twitch that was taken. Who's that? Who has Dabberoni? That's weird.
Call him out.
I'm gonna reach out. Message them.
And then so then I just added an O to it, so now I'm Dabberoni. But in my phone contacts, his name is actually Dab. So
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason I'm playing video games is because of him, so that's why I think I took that.
Very
But then
cute.
didn't you run into someone on Slippy who had my name?
No, but that
Oh
was
my
legendary. I think it was like I hate.
Yeah, I
Kate
hate.
or-
No, I hate Dab.
It's
Oh, was it
just
I hate Dab?
Yeah,
Oh,
something like that.
Yeah.
You gotta fight him or some shit. on
Yeah,
Slippy?
fight me. Who are you?
Dab,
I
it was
hate
like
Dab.
Dabberonio sucks or
Something.
something.
Yeah,
I hate
Dabberonio
some-
sucks.
Something like that.
Like it's such an obscure
It's
name.
And this
like,
is on
crazy.
random.
someone was
It was
attacking me.
This wasn't
Crazy.
direct play. It was like it was
Yeah.
random net play.
That was crazy.
And I lost.
So. You didn't defend my
Honestly.
name.
I think I was sandbagging with like Captain Falcon's on my main, and I was like, okay, this next match,
And
I'm
they
gonna
went
get
and
his ass.
done you
He
and
said
left.
GG's lol and then left. So
So
I
you
couldn't-
didn't defend my
I
name.
couldn't
That's
venture.
funny. Yeah,
But anyways, that was it.
I would
Lame
try
story.
for you, Joe. Nothing. You don't listen to the story? All right, let's go check out these questions.
I didn't even
asked.
know you
I
put out
like
like a
these.
post.
Yeah, just add everyone, but all of them are fucking stupid.
Yeah,
But
I looked at them
I'm gonna say
earlier.
them. I'm gonna say them anyways. Just to fucking get it over
Like,
I
with.
wanna hear
how
the
big
stupid
is Andrew's
questions.
wiener? or
That's
something.
literally
That's
one of them.
literally
Oh,
one.
really?
That's one of them.
I know your audience.
Okay, yeah. All right. One of them says, "What's it like to see Andrew's fire haircut in person?" That all I do
Damn,
is
that's
fucking buzz my
That's
head.
an attack, bro. It's
Damn.
funny though, because I was rewatching some of my. I was like reflecting on my Twitch channel,
Yeah.
and I came across the donation stream that I did, where I like donated like subs or whatever,
Yeah,
and then
Oh, yeah,
that's
his
when you had
hair.
that's when you had hair, and
I'm not balding, guys. I have hair. It just I shave it.
the longer hair though.
Right. Looks good.
It's just blank right
Mhm.
here. Just
And
kidding.
in quarantine, couldn't go to a barber. My hair's getting all puffy and shit. And Joe's like, "Let's just shave it."
Are you gonna grow it out, or just
Yeah.
keep?
Can I say I liked your bleached hair?
Whoa.
No, I liked it too.
I was like, it fit you.
I liked it a lot.
I'm trying to remember
That shit
what it
just
was like.
fucking hurt.
Yeah.
It's like doing it because like it's to the roots and to the scalp.
yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I like the hair like this too.
Yeah.
Well, it was easier.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I want to grow it out, but you know what actually stops me from growing my hair out
Hmm.
is streaming, because
What do you
like the awkward face is really obvious.
Oh.
I'm like you. I do get self conscious too.
Hmm.
Like sometimes I have a pimple, I just don't go. Like I'm like, fuck. Like, how can I move the camera and put the glasses on? Like, oh, shit, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, my hair. I want to grow it out, but then I see the hair growing low too awkwardly. I'm like,
Yeah.
Just take some of Chris's
I
hair.
wish I
Yeah,
had had this
gotcha.
fucking guy's hair, man.
We'll trade.
I didn't have that kind of hair, but I had like wavy hair at a time. It
Mm-hmm.
was cool.
I've seen your pics in like high school and stuff.
Those are the glory days. All right, next question. Huh? No, I'm going through all these real fast.
That was serious. It looks
Huh?
great, by the way.
Yeah, I love your hair.
What's it like to see this man chain grab Spaceys and FD in real life?
He chain grabs. He chain grabs me.
All right, thanks, Fruby. Also, the other one was from Tomo, but this one's from Fruby. And earlier, Ozanto said, "Why is Kamas so cool and handsome and good at melee?"
Oh my god, Elzonto. I went to school with him, so I love that guy. Shout out to Elzonto.
Oh, Sam.
Shout out.
Next one is from the homie Asada. What does Andrew smell like? You have to answer this.
I don't know actually.
He smells like Flying Dutchman's.
I'll be honest though. Before we hung out today, and I didn't even change other than a shirt. I was helping my dad do construction. I was like, Joe took photos. I was like helping him cut wood and shit. So
And
I'm
he
like,
ate 3 Flying Dutchmans before this
yeah.
podcast.
And I ate like a little bit of like fucking animal style fries. Like, this doesn't even make sense. Okay, next one is. Do you consider Funko Pops to be NFTs? This is from Root Nut. Okay, I'm ignoring that. Next one is Crane says, "Does Andrew have big feet? If so, and then ...
Venmo me $20 and I'll send you a picture.
All right. Okay, this is a real one. This is from Malik. I've been calling him Malik Mouse for like fucking like a year now. But he said, "What made you fall in love with hip hop, and what's your favorite album?"
I could say the first time I started listening to more hip hop was Schoolboy Q. There you go, 2012.
Oh
Off
shit.
Habits and Contradictions. Like I just know everything about that. But I don't know what the turning point was because I used to be like grungy, emo, Avenged Sevenfold, Trivium,
shit.
like all that shit, you know. But that was like the phase back in like middle school or like I guess our time. And yeah, I don't know what the transition was because back then it was kind of like. Pop rap was kind of the thing, you know, like fucking G6, like a G6. Was it Forest Movement? Like those guys, you know? It wasn't like that boom bap shit like from the 90s and stuff. And admittingly, I listened to a lot of it, and that's what it was. But Schoolboy Q was the first person where I was like, this is different, no doubt. And then I remember I had a huge Tech 9 phase. Because what it was Tech 9 had, obviously, you know, like his flows, his rhythm.
I'll be honest. I'm not sure.
Yeah, like
I don't think I even remember what Tech 9 sounds like. But I had friends who like loved Tech 9. Like
Tech
when I lived in Vegas.
he was very well known for like his delivery. Like he would do 16 minutes, 30 seconds, like all this whole crazy shit. Like he was like I don't know, like in the Midwest they call them choppers, where they like just spit really fast, like Twista.
Yeah,
like one of those guys.
Yeah.
But I think back. Even when I was in my metal phase, like what I loved about the songs were like the instrumentals, the beat, like those metal songs, they have like the double bass, and I just love that so much. And then the Tech 9's rap style reminded me of those grunge phase. So it was like a kind of a smooth transition into hip hop, you know. And then from there,
like entry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then from there, I just started listening to the popular people like Kendrick when he came out with Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah.
And then I think I went more from like the mainstream to kind of like mid, where at the time it was like Joey Badass, Denzel Curry started like coming out, and then you actually like really helped me to introduce to like 90s hip hop, 2000s hip hop, and then I mean now we're here. Like I feel like I have kind of like a wide array of music that kind of goes into it.
Like you introduced me to all track because like I don't keep up.
We're different in like our music.
Like we both like bass wise, like we're both Asian dudes. Like listen to hip hop. Like you listen to all that new stuff. Like
I'm modern. You're very old school.
Yeah.
You
But
know?
I definitely do like all the newer shit, like the Griselda.
Exactly. Like Griselda's so comparable to like what people listened to back in the day.
Yeah. And then we saw Freddie Gibbs. All of us.
All of us.
Joe
Joe.
too.
Joe included.
Joe was supposed to jump into this podcast like at least one time during this, and she's just sitting there
Playing Animal
fucking playing
Crossing.
Animal Crossing like in a chair. But we also saw Freddie Gibbs.
I kind of want to bring that up earlier too. Do you feel like Freddie Gibbs is one of those people that that you kind of he's pretty big now, you know, but back in you saw him pretty early before he blew up.
Well, the thing is like, I loved him during Pinata.
Yeah, amazing album.
I was like, well, I got in because it was Madlib. I was like, what the fuck is this? But a lot of homies are like knew him like ESGN days, so I was like, I can't really say shit because like ESGN. I wasn't there for the ESGN days.
Those are the OGs.
That's the OG days, you know.
Yeah.
So I can't say anything about that.
I think after I started listening to hip hop too, like, and this goes back to like the whole reason for my YouTube channel is like I started introducing to like friends or like people on my stream like to like new
Yeah.
music, and it's like it's great. I mean like I think when I first before I started dating her, when I was on like dating on apps and shit, like one of my descriptions would be like doesn't listen to radio, you know,
Oh,
like
shit,
pop
yeah.
music or stuff like
I
that.
only listen to the radio.
Oh,
No,
shit.
I mean I was like I didn't listen to any hip hop or anything like that before,
Mhm.
and then when we started dating, he started making me playlists.
Mhm.
Every
Romance.
month I get a new playlist. Even to this day, every month I get a new playlist to introduce. Because I think my thing
Damn,
is
till
like,
this day, what the fuck? Thank God Joe walks into the fucking room. What the fuck?
well, the thing is like I love music. Like I grew up playing music, listening to music, and I can really appreciate good music. But my thing is like I'm lazy about finding music, and so him just making a playlist so accessible to me is how he introduced so much music to me, and now I love a lot of his music. So, but yeah, it was funny. He was like, and I hear from your friends too. They were like, he's so picky. If he goes on a date with a girl and they didn't like his music, he wouldn't even text him back.
Yeah, it was actually like a deal breaker at the
shit.
time.
No,
But
like,
somehow
hi, I listen to Taylor Swift.
well, the thing I love about her is she it's cool whatever music you listen to at the end of the day, but if you're willing to
Open.
be so open about listening to the music, and then you end up like liking some of the songs, then like that's perfect, you know.
Dude. I used to be the ultimate like closed-minded person. I'm more open now.
Uh-huh.
But Jalake's the one who keeps me like. If it wasn't for like a lot of people, I would only be listening to like the same
Mm-hmm.
style,
Mhm.
hip hop, 90s,
Yeah.
2000s underground hip hop type shit. You know, like it was like Jalake tried putting me on a Odd Future like early, and I was like, Jalake, I don't like these fucking
Yeah.
kids, man. I don't fuck about kill school or whatever the fuck they're saying. You know, like, you'd be putting me on all this random shit. I'm like, yeah, Jalake, it's cool. And eventually I was like, fuck, I'll listen to it. And I was like, oh, it's not bad.
So it's
Oh, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, this shit is hard. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Do you like that? Do you like that crew now? Like Tyler, Earl?
Yeah. I like them especially now when they're older.
Yeah, they've matured
Yeah,
so
yeah,
much.
Yeah. Like Earl's fucking sick. Like all the things he touches is really
Exactly.
cool.
And he
All
partners
his
with
projects.
like Alchemist,
Mhm.
Madlib, all these
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
So it's great that they're doing it with people that are like OGs.
Yeah. Like I was closed minded. It wasn't until like Captain Murphy I was like, oh, so this is it. He's got. I was like, all right, that's pretty dope. It's pretty sick. I like it.
There you go.
Yeah. Let me close the phone. Let me see the other ones they're saying. Yeah, that was a legit one. Everyone else is like, "What is life?" You could load in. I'm sorry, Lizard. Turan says, "What's y'all most favorite moment in OG Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon history? Also, favorite cartoon characters?
Oh Lord.
We know yours.
Which one? Oh, what are we talking about? Arthur's not in Cartoon Network.
Okay, but a cartoon character.
Oh yeah.
Cartoon.
Honestly,
I'm drawing a blank.
You're making me tear up right now. If you say you didn't watch that shit, I'm gonna roll.
I didn't have cable till I was like late middle school.
Oh shit.
So the TV shows were like the fucking Channel 5 like
Aren't they?
Yeah.
Saturday, yeah. And I
Saturday
remember
No,
Remember-
it was like Static Shock,
Yeah.
Jackie Chan Adventures.
Johnny-
Johnny Test.
Yeah.
What the fuck is it was like Avatar.
Shaolin Showdown.
Yeah, Shaolin Showdown.
Shaolin
Oh, yeah.
That was hard.
Yeah, that's pretty hard. But the thing is, I never had like an attachment, I guess, to those shows. Like I
Yeah.
watched
Yeah.
it in my fucking Frosted Flakes or whatever, and like
Yeah.
it's just there for entertainment. But I was never like,
Mm-hmm.
I learned
Die
all
Hard.
my life lessons through that shit. Like, yeah, this is my father now. You know?
yeah.
For my answer, I'll just say I don't know, like Courage, Calorie Dog.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, I don't know.
Except that shit was scary.
Yeah, that shit was hard.
Do you guys have like any?
I don't know. I feel like to this
That's
day
not
we
bad.
just quote a shit ton of SpongeBob. Like that's
Yeah, SpongeBob is the
old
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
Yeah, there you
Like
go.
the episode where they put a freaking live butterfly.
In front of your face.
Yeah, that shit was traumatizing.
It's like, no, I'm kind of the same way. Like I'm drawing a blank, but I know deep down, like I'll remember all this random shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like in Dexter's Laboratory, like if I just close my eyes, I'll just remember shit.
So I feel like,
It's like-
even during your streams, like you have so many like
Yeah, random references. I
right,
remember.
exactly.
Yeah. I watched
like-
a lot of Codename Kids Next Door. I thought that was cool.
I actually thought, well, I think I don't know.
I was just playing a lot of those computer games where you
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh
the
my
Cartoon
God, the
Network like
games.
video games, like those were fun.
Like
I remember-
the Teen Titans fighting game.
Yeah.
we got hella
Fucked
clips
up.
from that stream.
I get fucked up. I played that. Okay, I played that game on stream. That game was fucking hard.
Yeah.
And I play Melee. I'm like, damn, I can't beat the,
The tech
CPUs.
skill,
I'm
what
like,
the
damn. What the fuck? How's the kisses beat this shit? Okay, next question. KK says, how to make the perfect banana bread. Gone wrong. I'll let Joe respond to that. And then said, another one, 2 said, how do I get my dick as big as yours? Smash it.
I wasn't wrong about
Okay.
that question.
Play more video games.
All right, and then the homie, I think this is my homie Kai said, when can we tune in? Well, if you hear me talking, you saw this shit, but YouTube. And the next one is, what is something you hate and dislike that is generally liked?
Oh.
Okay, yeah. What is
That's
something you hate, dislike that is generally liked? Genre, movie, color, anything.
Genre, movie, color,
Huh.
anything. That's for everybody, right? I
Yeah.
gotta think
I
about
always
this.
think
Yeah.
about this one. You might have to just like cut like 30 minutes ahead.
I'm
Like
thinking.
let's run it by. They said parentheses genre, whatever, right?
Yeah.
I'm putting a
Something
beanie
you
over
hate.
headphones.
Is there a genre you guys hate but people
other
typically
people like?
I hate K-pop.
Country?
I hate K-pop. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
shit.
Do you
No.
like K-pop?
No, but can you respect the work that goes into it?
I can totally respect the performance aspect of it
Yeah.
because I hear live shows. I've seen the live shows on like YouTube, like
Yeah.
those shitty iPhone quality. It's great. I love. There's like fire everywhere. There's dancing everywhere.
Mhm.
Like it's great. I think it's just so. What's the word? I mean, it's kind of hypocritical because hip hop could kind of be like that, but a
Yeah.
lot of it is very
Formulaic.
Yeah.
exactly. But that's kind of like what the point is, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pop is specifically engineered to like make people like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why I don't like pop in general. Don't get me
Mhm.
wrong, like there's some songs out there on the radio that like I bump to, but like I guess as a whole, like, and I'm not trying to be like edgy or whatever about it. I just like I don't think I have any I just don't find it as, it's not as good as like hip hop
Okay.
to me.
I hate country music.
But is that a hot take?
Well, I'm probably not to your
Sad.
viewers, but
Yeah.
to I don't know. I have a lot of white friends who love hip hop. I mean, not hip hop,
Country.
country, and I'm
Mm.
just like. But that's about it for me.
You're not particularly a fan of EDM either.
Oh
Really?
no.
But like
Would you go to like shows like even though all your homies are going and they're putting like ecstasy up their butthole?
Yeah, I just like
Let's do this shit.
like I get the appeal. It's mixed for me because like I've heard some EDM songs where like, oh, this is good, but like for me when I'm listening to music, it's something that I can like vibe to, sing along to. But like EDM, sometimes they all sound the same. I'm gonna get killed for this.
I'm gonna
And
cut this out.
I think I think not so much of like I dislike it, but I'm probably naive to it. I probably
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know because in my mind, I think I'm getting more open to it now. But before I was like, why would people go spend money to watch someone press play on their computer and listen to that type like no real instrument. But now I know that there are a lot of artists who like bring out live bands and have that and stuff, and I think that's really cool. But also rave culture, I don't want to get into it. But like maybe I just don't want to go to a concert.
dislikes are
I
growing.
just don't want to go to
Can't
a
see it.
naked. I don't want to like go to a concert and like have to be naked and stuff. But anyways, that's just my opinion.
It's like,
I definitely feel like, I in the beginning I was also really not a fan of rave culture, and then also I mean
wait,
like
what culture?
rave
culture.
But then also, so I had a big EDM-ish or like electronic music phase in high school. So a lot of obviously dubstep, but then a lot of hard style and that kind of stuff. Like actually, that brings up the what was it called? The thing that we liked before it was popular. Like I was listening to Porter and Maddion back in like 10th grade or something, and then they blew up like 20 like when we were in college basically. Maddion, like I specifically remember Maddion because of that pop culture remix,
Yeah.
where he's like mixing. He's got like 30 songs on his Ableton, that thing, and then like following and like literally listening to every song that he was putting out. Like at the time, he was only putting out like one song at a time, like on YouTube and things like that. Like he did like a Dead Mouse remix and stuff like that. Like I remember all of those, and then I listened to like his album when it first came out and stuff like that. And now he's getting like really popular, and I like that's really awesome for him because I really respect his like musicianship and the way that he thinks about how songs go together. It's just like it's crazy to me. But so I had that bit of an EDM phase, and I guess maybe part of it was like Gatekeeping when it started blowing up in college. But then also like I started to notice that the kind of EDM that was catching on was like a lot of lyrical EDM where it was like very feelsy, and you can tell like that kind of stuff very much like pop is just like specifically designed to make it like sound good to like the general mass audience, right? So I definitely had that phase where I was like, I hate this stuff, and like but then you know, then you meet people who like who are really good friends of yours who are listening to that kind of stuff. And it's
Yeah.
like, I don't hate you because you like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then the other
I
thing
hate you
is,
for other reasons.
and then the other thing is like, I realized after seeing like certain DJs, like they show, for example, how they make the music and stuff like that. There's
Yeah.
actually still a way.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a lot of musicianship and a lot of talent and music theory and a lot of that kind of stuff that goes into it, right? There's a lot of technical things that go into the music making. So it's not like it doesn't have that kind of integrity, musical integrity, I guess. So I learned to kind of be more.
A lot of it is being naive because I will say, like, I say I don't enjoy EDM. I just don't listen to enough. But I went to a rave once, and like, I do talk a lot about rave culture and the way that women dress there and all this stuff. And I think that it's cool, but I met people there who were super nice. Like, I was like dancing and it was like fucking hot in there, and these total strangers would like be like, drink my $70 water. I'm like, you don't even know me. And there's like these beautiful women like fanning me, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is like amazing. Like, I don't even know you. So like, it is like, you don't know until you try it and try to like actually put effort into understanding why. And also the same with hip hop, because you know, I would listen to hip hop and I'm like, you know, you're kind of rapping about like drugs and guns and like some of these things, or you don't necessarily listen to the lyrics because there's a lot of like curse words thrown in there or whatever. But you know, David actually taught me a lot about like when hip hop really blew up in the 90s and like what it represented. I was like, oh shit, this is like amazing. This is like more than music.
Yeah.
And so it's really not just it.
Yeah.
And probably if I took the effort to understand country music, I'm sure there's something there, you know. But I don't want to talk bad about anything because it's just me not knowing enough.
Yeah.
It's not me not knowing enough.
Good save.
Please don't cancel me.
Lights are going up again.
I love everybody.
I will say, I was gonna say like, that's a lesson like I've learned over like digging through music, like so much fucking music. Usually, if I don't like something, that just means like I think like in every genre, there's gems. There's gems out there. Every country has gems. You know, I was talking about like Indonesian funk and stuff like that, or like random music from different countries and stuff, Peruvian funk, and even Filipinos in the 70s had like their own psych and shit. Right. You know, it's like I was extremely close-minded. I was like, man, why is Filipino culture? Why is it so corny? You know, like I was watching like this stuff my mom would watch. And I listen to my dad's music. I'm like, I hate this shit. As I got older, I was like, oh, there actually is cool ass shit. I was like, if you dig deep enough. Same with genres, like, you know, it's if you dig deep enough in genre, like also like, I think like I don't know if it's fucked up. It's like the general population, whatever popular is, like whatever is popular, and everyone's like flocking to it.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's like shit, you know.
Yeah.
Like shitty music. But you know, the origin music, where it started from, or like the more underground tracks, you'll find stuff like, oh damn, that's the genre, but like musically, it like, you know, relates to me. Like I like this. You know?
Yeah.
And it happens like in every genre. Like I loved, like electronic music. I loved like French house, like Ed Banger.
Exactly.
What was I saying before? Also, I want to go back for a second because I feel like kind of lame. Like I was thinking the only thing I was ahead of like was fucking like Crave You by like Flight Facilities. I couldn't think at the time. I don't know why the fuck I said that. It happens all the time, especially something I produce. I'll dig. Like I try my best to not dig through an algorithm. Like I think I explained it to you like how I dig. So like I'll dig like really aggressively for music. And I'll have collections and collections of samples and how I want to chop it up and, you know, sample it and stuff. And a lot of times, like, you know, I don't release all my shit, or I don't like, it takes a long time for me to release stuff. But it happens all the time. I'm like, oh fuck, this is sick. I check who sampled. No one's used this shit. Because like it's like old mentality. It's like, man, if someone's used this shit, it's been done. Yeah. That culture's kind of like fading away. But it's like, but I do have those things. I'm like, oh yeah, no, it's not been used. And then like fucking like 3 years later, I'm like, I see him on some fucking mixtape, or it's like some other, I don't know, like Freddie Gibbs uses or some shit. I'm like, oh, or I see like some like, you know, like Mac Miller was like one, like I would find tracks and like Mac Miller would use like 3 years later. I'm like, oh.
What could have?
I didn't do shit, you know. Like, I just don't do shit then. but yeah, that was one thing.
There you
Just
go.
go back on that because
Yeah.
that's the thing a lot of producers probably deal with. Yeah. Let's see the last questions. He said, if negative things are not fun, what is one skill? And this is the last question. What is the last skill? Oh, what is one skill that you feel you have improved at a lot? Maybe over the year or over time. Like a skill you.
Who's asking this?
This is Midwest Emu.
Oh,
Geo.
They're good questions. Yeah, you guys for everybody, I think, right?
I don't know.
Skill that you improved over a long time.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think. I think I don't know if I've gotten better at public speaking. Maybe it is because it's Twitch. Maybe I feel like that might be something.
No doubt, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think it's just maybe starting is kind of
Yeah.
rough, but so was like going live. Going live was like rough at first, but now it's like
Second
fucking
nature.
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was similar for you. I remember you were like killing it at your work presentations and, you know, like getting a lot of praise for presenting. And then you're like, I really think streaming helped me with that.
Yeah, I think it's like an underrated form of public speaking. Like,
Yeah.
at first you're just like, I'm playing video games and talking, but without you knowing, you're actually improving your like social skills. So I'm trying to think something a little bit more, because I feel like that's kind of a given, right? Like, as you talk more with strangers, like you're gonna get better at talking in general.
I feel like I'm getting worse at things.
More degenerate.
Like I'm fucking getting shitty as a
At your
person.
work meetings, you say dick jokes.
It's like, what do you mean my contract's not?
Man, I don't know.
I'd probably have to come back to that. I can't reflect on my life right now. I don't know what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, I mean the best. Yeah, I would
Yeah.
say public speaking is
Yeah,
probably the
I
best
think that
one.
might be
That's a
it.
good answer.
I mean, public speaking for me has always been the thing that like that's something that I can mark like where in my life I started becoming like more or like better at it, I guess.
Yeah.
And it turned into probably one of my biggest passions. Like I think even more than writing and storytelling and that kind of stuff. I think actually public speaking is probably the thing that I would both say that I'm best at and most passionate about. And it's all the way because like, you know, those oral presentations that you would do at school.
I agree.
I remember like first grade. I still remember. I think one of the first oral presentations that I had to do was like it was like a show and tell kind of thing. And I remember I was like really bad at it because obviously you're up there. It's the first time. Like you're very self-conscious and like I remember like I'd be sitting up there saying stuff and then I would hear someone like say my name and I would like respond to them even though they're like in the audience like supposed to be like watching and then just like be very distracted by things and like it was just really really bad in general. And then like later on I think like around 4th and 5th grade I started to like really rehearse like because I guess out of nervousness because I had done poorly before I would like memorize the whole thing and I was really good at memorizing things. So I'd memorize like my entire script and stuff and that helped boost my grades on those things, right?
Yeah.
And then obviously that, you know, getting good grades that boosts your confidence and then it becomes this cycle. And then in high school I started doing mock trial and Model United Nations. Mock trial is where you basically take a fake court case, and you try to argue it. And so they have competitions where the schools will have a team that represents the defense and then one that represents the prosecution or plaintiff. And then you argue the case, and you have attorneys and you have witnesses and stuff like that. And that like made me realize how much I loved public speaking because I love speeches and like writing speeches and delivering speeches, and I love like all the inflections and like the different rhetorical devices and how you can pause for emphasis and here and there, all those different things like I was fascinated by. And I became like I was a closing attorney, which meant like I wrote like the closing statement, and so that was like a speech. So that like really really boosted my love for public speaking. And then also like you start to like you have to learn to think on your feet for that kind of stuff. Yeah. And then you also have to learn to pick up on the way people talk, you know? And like I think one thing I actually noticed that I do passively is like when I'm listening to podcasts or listening to people like talk about things, like I listen to the way that they say stuff. So their inflections and like their habits and stuff like that. I pick up on all those things and I think about like, oh, what?
I don't do that.
I think about like
It's just word.
what kinds of things like I like about it and then try to emulate that.
Yeah.
And that's probably why you want to do like this video.
Yeah, that's why I want to do a video
Yeah,
essays,
yeah.
because that's like the perfect
Detail
type of
oriented.
that's a perfect type of format that I would want to do because it's both public speaking and analytical,
Right.
and you're gonna talk about like cool stuff.
Yeah.
Mine is
Passion.
similar to you because like I felt like I was always okay at public speaking, but for me, it wasn't like writing speeches or how you give a speech. It was just talking about something you're passionate about. Because I love doing that. Like I could talk a lot about like things that I really care about. And I remember my first my presentation was in 4th grade, I think, and it was about conjoined twins. And I remember making this PowerPoint presentation. I had pictures. In fucking 4th grade, I was like, the egg separates like this, and you can have 2. And I was like, I think my classmates thought it was crazy. But like, I love talking about things that I care about. And there was one time we had like a little mock trial in our history class. And I remember I like said something really passionately. My heart was racing. And then the other team like couldn't say anything back.
Yeah.
And I was
Oh
like,
shit!
I remember
Shut
those.
him down.
I was like,
Laser,
this feels
laser,
good,
laser.
you know. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, it's just stuff that like I care about. I like talking about that,
yeah.
and that goes now. Like if you brought up a certain topic that I really like, you know, have a lot to say about it, I can talk hours about it. But then I can also like not say anything at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, I'm not sure this is a skill. It's just I think I'm becoming more comfortable with like a lot of myself. Like
Yeah.
Aw.
not fuck
What's
not
up?
body and shit, but like I hear my voice a lot.
Yeah.
I used to hate my fucking voice. I hate my
Yeah.
voicemail. I think the time between my voicemail and now, like I know what my voice sounds like. Like I used to hate my voice.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, I hate how I sound. But I heard my VOD so many times because you have to do so many like tests and shit. Right now I'm audio monitoring, so I hear myself and I hear all
Right.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's like I'm so used to it. Like it's kind of like when you talk, you're like, do I sound like that?
Yeah.
Now it matches. Like I
Right.
hear,
That's
I do
that's
sound
huge.
like that.
I
That's
hear
huge.
when I talk.
Yeah,
like
'cause
it's what it records.
most of the population is like
Uh-huh,
that. Or like,
uh-huh.
ew, I hate the way
Yeah.
my
Right.
voice sounds on video.
Because it's like a different pitch, right, or something like that. It's like I don't know the science behind
Yeah,
it,
but it's like lining up now. Like I know what I sound like. Yeah. That's that's it. And I'm more comfortable like on camera, I guess.
Yeah.
that's good.
I say that, but like I'm really comfortable on stream. But like even in the podcast, I was a little nervous, and there was a moment like I still want to. I wanted to like I hate saying vlogs, not vlog, but like day in life type shit. I don't know. If I was like at a tournament, I could like say hi to homies and shit. But there a moment I tried, I was like, all right, I'm gonna try talking in front of this camera. I was like, I can't do it. But I feel like I am better in front of a camera.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's getting there. It's working there. And last question. This is specifically to you, David, and someone who like shared an experience with you. They said, "Can you ask Mr. ParkedInTraffic what Void's long, hard wiener feels like when it is slapping you around
Who said that?
jellyfish?"
Oh my god.
Is that 2 hands?
No, that's ice cream.
Oh, ice cream,
Yeah,
ice
you
cream.
guys both.
That's so
We played Nickelodeon. For some reason, in our lobby, in this small ass lobby, Void came in and became like number 1.
Yep.
But yeah,
I haven't touched it.
yeah. After that day, you're like, "What the fuck are we
That's
playing?"
$40 down the drain. $40 to get my get the boy's dick up my ass. Oh no.
I feel like I was a trendsetter. I was like, "Oh shit, did the recording stop?" Did? Test,
how come?
test.
Oh no, it's gone.
Okay, I don't know. For some reason, my shit stopped moving. Like, if you look at the video, it's like me talking, like smiling.
No.
Oh.
Okay. This is the last question. So, what the fuck was I saying? Like,
Trendsetter.
I was trendsetter. I was like, I thought this game sucked day one. I was like, this game sucks, man. And everyone's like, just give it a try. You're so
Yeah.
negative. Why can't you just see for what it is? It's like, man, this game sucks. I hate this fucking game. But yeah, anyways, this podcast was great. I invited you, well, all of you guys over because like, I wanted this stream to be like people I met over the like the past 2 years or so, mainly like friends I met on Twitch and Melee, and I think us hanging out, our friendship, I guess, is all sentimental and shit. But like it actually, like, this is it. This is like what happened. Like we met through some fucking website, like it was like Tinder or some shit. You know, we met on Twitch. And now like it doesn't have to be like gaming. We don't have to fucking
No.
do shit.
Right.
It's just hanging out as friends.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, we never thought me going into streaming I'd like be
Mhm.
hanging out with some at the time a stranger, you know.
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
feel like we could just kick it and like
Yeah.
just do whatever.
You
Yeah.
invited strangers into your home, and here we are now.
Yeah.
You invite a
Could
lot
have
of
been.
people to
We
your
Yeah.
home.
could have been.
One day I'll
killers.
get fucked over. You'll see. You can look at this VOD and
Yeah.
you'll see.
But it's cool. Like we're transitioning out of saying like, oh, this is Andrew and Jill are Twitch friends.
No,
now
he
it's
still
just
says that shit.
No. Yesterday I said
Who's my
I
friend,
corrected
Andrew
myself
and
when we watched Spider-Man yesterday. I was reintroducing Andrew and Jill to like our friend group, and the first people I reintroduced is I said, remember my Twitch friends,
Yeah.
Andrew and Jill, and then the next pair I said, remember my friends, Andrew and
To
Jill.
be fair, we don't have a lot of friends outside our friend group, so they'll probably be like, "What friends?" You
Yeah,
know. So we kind of have to
exactly.
explain. But anyways,
Yeah.
anyways,
We're more
new
than
friends.
Twitch friends now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And lovers.
Yeah. Oh, what?
Joe never came on the camera, but
We love
Next
you, Jill.
time.
everyone, this is episode 1. Closing up. Joe, turn it off.
Smooth
Bye.
transition.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.